Thorndo_ says here. D4 Omeg 4 says Dave's number one shrimp reporting for duty kek.
Oh no, he has been moved.
Dave Testusk says if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, it'd be Christmas all year round. Herb. Dave Testusk says ha 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 wow. Dave Testusk says test. Dave Testusk says TST 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 TST. Sibba John says a wah 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 wah. D4 Omeg 4 says a friend of mine said onions are the only food that can make him cry. So I hit him in the face with a watermelon. Dave Testusk says secret one-time message, 1. Cham v Mixu 2. Neeb v Patty Mac 3. Björn v Spear 4. No Mercy v Mindel VK 5. Percival v Rail 6. Cure VW Percival / Rail 7. Mana v Exo Striker 8. Trigger v Fajumi.
Yo, the timing is impeccable. Everything just timed out right there. You guys ready for some StarCraft? We have Cham versus Mixu. I know it was a long wait. I had it on just in case we get any cheeky raids or anything before. And you got 15 minutes before and I was eating. What up, fam? We have the OSC Mid Season Playoffs number 2 starting up here. It's like there's a lot of action going on Twitch. I was hoping we'd let's hope for another big day because this is a big tournament. Yesterday was pretty wild too. We had the finals and Geralt winning, taking it pretty decisively there. I got some great matches coming up today and great players, as I mentioned. If you saw it, which you guys did here in chat. But we're going to be starting out with Cham versus Mixu. On game number 1, who's ready? Let's go. We got some live StarCraft. This is going to be a banger right here. And interestingly enough, Zerg's vetoing this. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire. He's from Kova Esports in the blue. It is Mixu. And his opponent in the upper right, representing Team GP in the red. It is Cham. Little ZVZ to kick things off. Let's go. And yeah, tell your friends. Hopefully we get a bunch of people here. It's going to be a banger of an event. All right. Both players opting to go hatch first. And it's Zed versus Zed at pretty much the identical time. And let's see what happens in this first game, number 1. As we get kick-started here. Alrighty. I think I tagged too many people on Twitter. Oops. Anyway. It is going to be a hatch gas pool from both. Mixu actually with the gas quite a bit faster. So, hey, how you doing, Cindy Cutie? Majdi, Dark Omega, Sibajan. Who else was in here earlier? Let me just see. Jadong Stong, Global Zen. Let's see, we even got predictions up earlier. Well, there's not a lot of people here. Not a lot of bets. How you doing, Cindy? All right, Hatch gonna finish up for both at a pretty even time, but the gas started mining a little quicker for Mixu, which could mean faster metabolic boost. If I was to guess, let's see what happens here. And Mixu is at 100 gas. He's gonna start it up right away. He's gonna have a little lead on link speed. Cham, not so much. He is not focusing on that just yet. Cham may just go into Roaches. Will he get a Baneling Nest first? Funny little squeaky voice here from all the casting and smoking and talking. And a little tired. I totally missed something today. Which we could have kicked this back a little bit, which probably would have been a little smarter. But yeah, I ended up cleaning a little bit. We did some mopping. Got to do a ton more yesterday. Good to see everybody. And Mixu gonna have a couple wings out, putting some pressure on earlier. A couple queens in defense from Cham, who's now going into metabolic boost himself. But link speed's already done for Mixu, who's going for... Oh, actually, it's not done. Cham hasn't even started it. He's getting some links out. But that's going to be some really fast link speed from Mixu going for the Baneling. That's Cham just trying to macro this up. These lings are being annoying. They're definitely going to leave a mark out of this hatchery. Nothing too consequential, but link speed's going to be there pretty soon. He can micro this and get the hell out. Evo chamber going down for Cham. And Ling speed going to kick in. Does he get a scout? I don't think so. The queens are out. The Lings are chasing it. That Ling is going to try to stay alive and be annoying. Actually, yeah, that was a pretty significant amount of damage. Cham going right into roaches. It's going to be +1 roaches, I have a feeling. But it's Cham, so who knows? He's got 2 gases going down just now. Third hatch, obviously, a little, just a little later for Mixu from how he opened up. He does have an Evo as well. All right, going right into layer. So, possibility for mutas here from Mr. Mixu. Cham going in for that +1, like I said. Roach Warren going to pop pretty soon. He's going for the Roach Headbutt, but Mixu also with his +1 and Roach Warren. A little later, but he has Link Speed first. So, and a Baneling Nest, so he can take some skirmishes in the Ling Bane War, but Cham is just going to skip right past it. He doesn't even have Link Speed, in fact, period. He's just saying, heck you Lings, we're just going for Roaches. And, you know something? That said, there's a 4... no, actually, that's for Mixu. He's just now getting another gas, too. So he's a little behind on the gas count because, well, how he opened up. We'll see how this plays out here. Lots of roaches in production from Cham already. He's going to have a pretty decent army supply. Not going... Oh, actually, yeah, he had his layer as well. So no glial reconstitution from either player. Mixu dropping a spine. He is going to see this. Oh, no, he's not. He does see with the Ling what's going on here, but the army push out from Cham is kind of nice. It's not going to be scouted for a while. Nothing on the... You know what? Mixu could take the Zelnaga Watchtower, but he doesn't. Overlords are going to see this, and it's going to take a while for roaches to come out for Mixu. Mixu's trying to get some out. He is pretty much maxed. Cham is going to lead in the supply. Some slow Ling's going to lead the charge for Mixu. Oh no, the Queen derps out off creep. Hey, how you doing, Myrna? Welcome. welcome, everybody. Cham's just going to wait a little bit. +1's kicking in. Glial Reconstitution going to finish way faster for Cham as he takes a lead. This is not an old map pool. There's a couple old maps in the OSC tournament. So we have some of the current ladder maps, and we have a couple old ones. We have Eternal Empire. I believe we have Nightshade and Everdream as possibilities of old maps that the players can veto on. And it so happens these guys have chosen Eternal Empire as their first. That said, worker count is in favor of Mixu. Army supply in favor of Cham. And Mixu is catching up here, but we are going to have a Nidus come in from Mixu as well. But he's getting pretty pushed in here. Cham taking maybe a little bit better of a concave in the fight right there at first, but now everything's clumping up. Let's see how this plays out. Cham going right into +2. Mixu not so much. He's just pumping out roaches. He needs to hold this up. He's going for a Nidus, but Cham is going to have +2 quite a bit faster. And Mixu playing on the defense strat a little bit, but he does have this Nidus Worm right in the front. This could be revealed. Are we going to see the Nidus come in? Overseers here. We have some defensive roaches. Cham's so good. He's preparing for a Nidus. Look at this. He's preparing for it. I think Cham may have scouted. Let's take a look in Cham's vision. He did not scout it, but he's anticipating a Nidus from Mixu. Yeah, this is a pretty spicy tournament. That's like we had in the Masters Cup and stuff. This is a $2,000 tournament, by the way, if you want to check out the bracket. !B. We have some crazy games coming up today. That said, the Nidus is shut right down as I anticipated. I wouldn't hate a forward-facing Nidus somewhere else, and that is what we're going to see, but it's in vision of a creep tumor from Cham. Cham's going to be able to jump right on top of this. His forming probably should have been a little further back. I wouldn't hate it if it was in the north. But that said, Cham is going to go push across the map with his higher numbers. Splitting off his roaches, actually, but Mixu is just going to regroup. There's his army in the Nidus, not able to get out. Going into +2, way behind Cham. Trying to get a Nidus out again. Where is it? Oh, in the back of the third. He's being annoying with these Niduses, but they cost money. They cost all the stonks. Oh, but look at this. Mixu tries to go in for a 360 surround. Or kind of a 360 surround, but is not going to get so. One bile does land in the back foot from the Ravager from Cham, but Looks like Mixer's going to take this fight without the upgrade advantage. He's down on upgrades. Yeah, Mixu takes that fight for sure. Cham is ahead in army supply. He's just going to continue to pump out those roaches. Another Nidus being attempted in the main base. Problem is, Cham has the army supply. So this is actually going to be a bit of a problem for Mixu, who's going to go try to disjoint Cham a bit, but Cham can just push in. Mixu can, however, regroup back in the Nidus with these roaches and just go reinforce and defend. Potentially, yeah, he's going to come out of this Queens with some transfuses. And we got another Nidus down in the southeast location. Crazy game. Mixu going into +2. Just actually +2 is just now going down for Mixu like halfway. Another Nidus trying to go up, but Cham has shut down the first. I think neither this one or the other are going to come back in, but it's forcing Cham across the map. Cham, with a near 2-to-1 road supply lead, is actually doing it. I think the Nidus play should have been given up a little bit, and the focus should have been on just pumping out units and defense for Mixu. Cham secured himself a good spot. Neither player on a 4th hatch. And, yeah. Cham with just a 3-drone lead is going to kill the Nidus. Again, that's costing Mixu. Every one of those Niduses he dropped that were basically shut down is costing money that he doesn't have. And I think Cham is going to go push across the map in A move because he's just got the numbers. Mixu going to try to mount the defense. His +2 is about to kick in, but not quite in time. Cham's going to be able to roach headbutt through this as the reinforcements arrive. Transfuses or not, this is rough for Mixu. The +2 just finishes. GG is called, and Cham takes game number 1 on the board. Let's take a look at game number 2. Actually, I'm going to refill my water somewhere in here. Game number 2. All right. It's not going to be like yesterday, unfortunately, where we have a double meme. But spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of data, see these nuts. We ain't going to have any goblin these nuts. It is Kova Esports, Mixu in the blue. And his opponent in the upper right, representing Team GP, it is Cham in the red. Let's go. Well then. I don't know if we're going to do a double feature tonight. I'm a little worn out. But let's hopium that this is going to be a sick night like Dark Omega said. I think we're going to have some crazy games. Bangers all around. And looks like it's going to be a hatch first from both again. Oh, forget, let me update the scoreboard too. I added them back. Let me do something about the ads. That was my mistake. In all that time, I forgot to do it. I'm going to get rid of the pre-roll ads. Well, as much as we can. I have to run them between matches after. So let me do something about that. It's just a hatch first opener from both, so we're not missing anything. Let me get rid of the ads. Yeah, it does suck during the tournament. Okay. Ads be gone. I will say... So I have removed the ads from coming up with the 9 ads per hour, whatever, on pre-roll. But it is going to take care of them for a while after this. And we can actually recast this game because it just started. If you really want to, because there's not a ton of people here. We got some major bangers tonight. I would actually do that for you, but... Alright, yeah, pretty standard opener. Double queens, lings, nothing much different to the right other than Mixu has the faster gas again. Probably going to open with ling speed. Cham, I wonder if he's just going to open up pretty much the same. So yeah, what I'm going to do is run the ads between series, so that way it hopefully won't interrupt them. Or if it looks like we have a long series. Yeah, I do have some control over them, but yeah, we're going to run them more. funny you guys weren't complaining for all this time, and I've had it for the last month and a half, I'd say. And just now we're getting the complaints in. Third hatch for both going down. Mixu again with the 2 links to harass, going into Cham, actually this time going in for a Baneling nest opener, and he is going for metabolic boost. Little ling bling play from both of them, but we're gonna have the faster ling speed for Mixu, but the faster Baneling nest from Cham. Can Mixu do it? Now the reason why I have that set like that normally, and I know it's annoying, and I know not everybody can subscribe, is it increases the ad revenue significantly. Which in the past, it didn't really matter, but especially right now when I'm out of work, and this is what I've been doing for a while. Well, I need to get back. Yeah, I've had that sucker cranking. Especially considering how much ladder I do. Alright. Alright, huge ling push out. But either way, the good news is there's going to be none for 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. Mixu is mounting defense, but Cham did have the Baneling nest first. Ooh, little bits of awkward trades from both players. Mixu's down on his Baneling count. He's just going to have 1 Bane, but there's 3 over here from Cham. Can Mixu hold this? Cham's now ahead on drones. Mixu trying to play it safe. He already has +1 ranged attacks, but no Roach Warren to be found just yet. Cham's gonna have his faster Roach Warren. Mixu with the faster +1 ranged attacks, though. Roach Warden kind of chilling in the back with the Evo Chamber. Cham trying to hide his tech because it's a Ling Bling war. Oh no! That was almost a disaster for Mixu. It does get rid of one of the Banes for 2 lings. That was not worth it either for Mixu. Mixu's kind of throwing away this stuff. No, it's fair. It's a tournament, and I just forgot to do it. Like, I already planned it, and then when I was getting started, I was going to get a bunch of ads out of the way and get rid of that. I forgot I enabled it again after, because I did a little ladder session after. In World Team League, to be honest, it was a little bit... we were starting to lose viewers last night during World Team League, so... that said, it's whatever. Decent little ling run bys for scouts from Cham. Mixu's got that +1 range attacks coming pretty soon. He's starting to get roaches out of his own. Chan took the lead on it, but he's pumped out a lot of ling bane. Oh my gosh. Nothing here to defend but the queens for the moment from Mixu, but Mixu ultimately holds. Cham has the first roaches coming across the map and some more regrouping in. Mixu has some of his own starting to pop. But he has to be careful not to throw them away with all this ling harass too. A lot of micro going on here as the ling flood is still in between this. Oh, some Banes even here from Mr. Cham. Mixu's starting to lose some stuff, having a fight with his workers in the northern part. Nice transfuses on the spine. Mixu desperately trying to hang on, but he's down. Tons of workers. Cham's just macroing behind this. Nice Bane connects. This could be over pretty quick, but can Mixu maybe have a chance to claw his way back in the game, quite literally. Cham just going into +1 layer and going down as well. Does Mixu have his layer? Yeah, he already does have his layer, but he doesn't have glial reconstitution and has now been interrupted on his economy so heavily. I think he might forget about it. He's going into +2, but would like to see that roach speed being researched. Yeah, neither player getting him, but Mixu could as well get it. But again, a +1 advantage is partially what helped Cham win the last game. But Mixu trying to eke by a 4th hatch, but these roaches are slow. And Mixu's not really thinking about it. He's just pumping out roaches on a very, very low drone count. He did get some more up. All right, so he does have an additional gas saturation. He's got 5 gases saturated. Cham just on 4. Glial reconstitution going to be slightly in favor of Cham. Mixu's been keeping up on his army supply, actually. So that said, even though he's been behind on drones, he did lose some queens in there, so that messed with his injects. He is going to be able to muster up a huge force, but would like to see him do some droning soon. He's going to have a 4th hatch advantage, potentially. So maybe he's going to... Yeah, he's going to start droning behind it now. Okay, we got pneumatized carapace being researched for Mixu, who's going to have some speedier overlords and overseers. But it looks like he's going to throw this one. Oh, no. Just narrowly saved it. Mixu needs to keep everything together. Cham is again leading on the army supply. Mixu just catching up on drones. Roaches over here are going to try to take a fight. Oh, no. And Mixu doesn't have that upgrade advantage just yet. Missile attacks +2 have kicked it. Oh, sorry. It was just +1. No. So Cham's going to have +1, but Mixu's going to have +2 very shortly. With the 4 hatches, that could be pretty nice, but this is a very dangerously low HP. Ooh, nice Overlord snipe with the corrosive biles from Mixu. Mixu is actually catching up. He's ahead on drones now with the 4th hatch. And, yeah, he has potential to start saturating this as well. Cham just standing on the 3 hatches and is ahead in army supply. Oh, my God, 108 army supply and roaches. But again, oh, look at this. Cham going into +2 now. I wouldn't hate Mixu to get +1 carapace because it would just research faster. Keep pumping out the roaches and get that that nice 150 +1 carapace would help in the fight. Maybe drop another Evo too when he can. But other than that, just pump out them roaches. It's the Roach Wars, or the Ravager Wars. The Roach Rav head button. There it is. Mixu doing exactly as I said a little after the fact, but he's getting that carapace. But he's going to have a +1 advantage for a bit, though Cham leading heavily in the army supply department. Mixu is going to be able to pump out some more units potentially. I like how he's using creep highway rather than creep tumors because it's ZVZ. You don't want to. You can actually control it against your opponent then, because you know creep actually is going to buff your opponent as well. Biles do get eaten. Oh, nice biles from Mixu. That is certainly going to help them fight, as he does have this upgrade advantage for a bit of it. Even though Cham has the army supply lead, the biles are certainly narrowing it out. And Mixu's taking a fantastic fight. Biles just at the last second evaded by Cham. This is some crazy stuff. Hey, welcome Tater Tutor. Thanks for the follow, Buckwheaties42. Little problem with alerts probably, but whatever. We'll get that sorted out after. And yeah, the Overseer still lived all this time. He's dropping changelings, trying to be a pest to Cham. Cham's still on 4 bases, maybe considering getting an additional one. Cham going into burrowed roach movement, but guess what? So is Mixu. Mixu doesn't have the funneling claws upgrade. But now, Mixu has a slight army supply lead advantage, and +2 is about to finish for Cham. If he takes this fight now, he's going to have a lead in damage. While this goes on 10 seconds till missile attacks, +2 finishes for Cham. But this is a bit of a surround. Kind of a pincer attack from Cham. Like, Mixu's taking kind of an awkward fight, but landing some incredible biles. Army supply dwindling in favor of Mixu throughout this. Burrow going to be done at first from Mixu, and Mixu takes game number 2 pretty decisively. Welcome, everybody. Mige T. All right. I think we should be good for ads for a bit for a ZVZ. Give me just a minute. Actually, let me run one, make sure of it. Oh, I go fill up some water. Just a 1 minute one quick. And well, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to change some stuff up here. Remember how I kept talking about cleaning? Apparently my brother's moving and I had no idea. He has had enough of the cigarette smoke. And I forgot to pay rent too, by the way, guys. Oof. So, that said, we're gonna move on to game number 3. Feels bad, man. My brother lives upstairs, but that's actually gonna change a lot here in the casa. I'm sure they're gonna complain about the cat, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of... Oops, let's get this fixed. Cosmic Sapphire. In the blue, it is Mixu from Kova Esports. And his opponent in the bottom right, representing Team GP, give it up for Cham in the red. And yeah, this is game number 2. Let's see what we got open both times. It's been a hatch first from both players, but see what we have here. Guys, it's connecting the chat for me. Bear with me. I'm not seeing chat. Is my stream still up? Let me see here. What's going on? All right, sorry guys, we have a little bit of technical issues. Yeah, I can't. It says connecting to chat, so I cannot see chat right now. Can you guys type? We're having some Twitch issues. Oh man. Anyway, it is going to be a pool first from Cham. Pool before gas. Mixu doing it a little differently. I don't even know what's going on here. Bear with me. Little bit of technical issues. I have no why it can't connect. No reason why I can't connect the chat. That said, all right, I think I'm now connected to chat, maybe. My chat's not working, guys. I have no idea why. That is really strange. It must be a Twitch issue. Well, that kind of sucks. That is totally on Twitch's end. So, apologies, guys. Hopefully, you're all still there. For all I know. And, yeah. Third hatch going down for Cham, and, yeah, Mixu's going to put some pressure on. This time he's not rushing for a third hatch. He's going for 2-base aggression. I guess you guys can't chat. I can't chat anyway. I'm not seeing it. We're having some chat issues. I'm having difficulty connecting. If somebody could write in chat, that'd be appreciated. Let's see where I can see it and what. Third hatch going down later for Mixu. Mixu being annoying with the 2 lings again. The Queens slowly derping their way over here off creep. For the moment, it's going to be Baneling opener from both, but Mixu's going to have that faster. Alright, I can hear the TTS. Okay, I can see it on one side, but I can't on my OBS. So, fortunately, we do have something here. Let me move this over then. This is going to be interesting in how I have to do this. 16 lings in production for Mixu. He's going for a very aggressive timing. This looks like a Ling Bane all in from Mixu. Yeah, we are back. Can you see me? I can see you guys. Can you see? Did I lose my stream? All right, I'm just typing to test it out on. I'm having Twitch chat connection issues. Okay, now we're back in OBS as well. That was on Twitch's end. Very weird. Ooh, a lot of aggression going on with the Ling Bane Wars. Even though Mixu has some high numbers, he has to be careful not to throw away these Lings to the Banes. And that said, it's getting dicey. One Baneling can just end it all. What is Mixu doing? Okay, that I like a little better. More Banes being morphed in, and Queens are going to get surrounded. Banelings going in to tank some of this. Oh no, one is chiseled away at pretty good. Oh no! This is one thing about ZVZ that makes me mauled anyway. I don't know about you guys, but there's a wall being made. Third hatch looks like it is in jeopardy. Mixu does have some defensive Danes as well, and he has to finish the job. That's the whole play here, is to kill the third and get the hell out. Boot Scoot and Boogie out. He's going for ranged attacks. There's already a Roach Warren for Cham, but he's behind on his Evo, and that actually cost... Let's take a look at the trades. That actually definitely cost Mixu, Cham a lot more than Mixu. Mixu in a decent choke point here is going to now have to defend the aggression of Cham, who's going to have a decent amount of Ling Bane as well. Baneling slowly derping in. I like the drone pull back to the natural. Cham's going to retreat and kind of catch up here. Roach Warren way down, or it's way late for Mixu, of course, as a consequence to this, but he's going to have that faster ranged attacks. Glial Reconstitution already started for Cham, who has his layer first, and Mixu just with a 3-worker lead after all that, but the trades still in favor of Mixu. He economically kind of hacked with Cham here for sure. Ling's being annoying on the other side of the map from Mixu, just trying to buy time. maybe get some information, but he needs to get a lair. He's just now starting his lair, getting in 4th gas. Mixu is starting to lead in drones for a bit, but Cam has started the Roach Printer. The Roach Printer has started, and there's still a bunch of Ling Bane, which could go in to trade out. And potentially may be a little bit of a game changer if Mixu is not paying attention. Mixu's not started a single Roach yet. He's just droning up, and if Cham is wise to this, he's going to have Roach speed. Yeah, he's going into Burrow too. Oh, buddy. This is a spicy one. What up, ARJ? What up, Samo? What up, Nika? And, yeah, this is going to be a little crazy fight here. So, yeah. In between, I have some interesting news I didn't even know about. So I'm going to have to get clean in here fast because I am anticipating I have to get my behind in gear. My brother is moving. Yeah, no, I got to try to find somebody to come in. Like, he's moving because of my cigarette smoke. So my landlord's like, Dave, we got to do something about that. And I'm like, oops. Kept saying I got to clean too, so. All right. We're gonna see a massive Roach Printer here. Glial Reconstitution and range attacks coming for Cham, but Burrow's already done. Mixu does have a lair. He's going to be greedy, take a 4th, as is Cham. And the army supply looking in favor of Mixu, but the Burrow is already out, so this could be quite a nuisance. Tunneling Claws is going to complete for Mixu, actually. Who doesn't have Burrow, but Cham does. Funnily enough, he has Tunneling Claws, but without Burrow. I couldn't tell you how many times that's happened to me, but I think that was intentionally done in this case. Oh, no. Cham already has it. Look at this. Cham is making his way in. Cham should change his name to Chad. There is... Wait, what's going on? Okay, Overseer is out. Is going to jump onto this, but his 4th base is in jeopardy. Decent fight going on here for Mixu, actually, on the right side. We have... What the hell is this game? We got Ventral Sack Overlords coming. We don't have Pneumatized... Oh, we do have Pneumatized Carapace. So we're going to have Bane drops behind this from Mixu. So we have Roaches with Tunneling Claws. Someone forgot to get... I misread. What a crazy response. It's going to be Bane drops from Mixu. This is a spicy one. Holy heckin' heck, as Bang would say. And speaking of Bang, we're about to see a big one. As these Overlords split. Does Cham know what's coming on? He does. He is going to pull some drones. Oh no, the Banes are derping into the Queen. That's not what you want to see. No, he's not controlling the Banes because of the fight going on with the Tunneling Claws. Oh, that's not what he wanted. 26 workers have fallen for Mixu, who is trading less effectively right now. That huge worker lead he had is now narrowed down quite a bit. 28 drones fallen. The Burrowed Roach is still doing the work. No Spore Crawlers were made even. Spore in his spine might be wise to even just tip his hat to it and maybe get a little damage in. But my God, that's very unlucky. All right. This game is spicy. As far as ZVZ goes, this one is definitely a wild one, but unfortunately, Mixu was too focused on the Burrowed Roach stealth assassins coming in to focus on microing the Bane drops. So they just kind of derped into Queens, which was very unlucky. He did finally get 10 worker kills, but in total the trades now even and out. Actually, it's still traded more efficiently for Mixu, but Cham's going to have +2 faster. Oh no, they're going to be even on upgrades. Infestation Pit on the way for Mixu, but not much else. And this base is in serious trouble. His 4th hatch is going down, and I think all these drones from Mixu, who has not rebuilt another one. It's a multi-prong from Cham. Army supply in favor of Mixu now, though, however. We don't see a lot of overseers. Burrow could be a huge factor here. Oh my gosh, look at this. The armies are split in 2 different directions, but the right-click attempted surround from Cham is not going to help him. Mixu just has the numbers over here. He's going to deflect the army. He's ahead in army, but he's lost a hatch, and he has to get some work done because Cham now has an additional base as well. Okay, Mixu going to take the 9 o'clock position base. There is an overlord here, which isn't going down, and he is going to chase Cham back. That said, Mixu, again, still has the larger army supply. Going into Burrow himself, Cham actually, funnily enough, sneaking some roaches back right from underfoot of Mixu. That is pretty funny. Oh, my dear Lord. All right, now we're starting to see the trades. Well, no, Mixer's still with the superior army supply. Cham going into the +1 carapace, though. I would have rather seen that than Burrow from Mixu. I mean, he could counter rebuttal, but he doesn't have tunneling claws, so... that said, he has to defend this base. He's going to have to cancel it now. Mixu should have maybe considered double expanding, but his army's so massive. He does have the money for it. He should have probably double expanded. Just to eke out some more economy and production, because numbers are not if he just can't trade as well. Because he can't produce as much. He's going to attempt this base again, but there's going to be another roach run by, just a small one. Small contingent of roaches, but the massive armies coming across the map from Cham, who's now evened out the numbers and now taking the lead. Actually, it's looking pretty even. The infestation pit up or not. Somebody's forgotten upgrades, and that is Mixu. So this is going to start going in favor of Cham with that +1 carapace, +2 range attacks for both. And let's see who wins the fight. There are a lot more Ravagers for Mixu. Well, it looked like it. But realistically, Cham still has a good number. He's going to burrow and get the hell out of there. Well, burrow the roaches and get the hell out of there. Certainly got his Ravagers in a separate control group. I love how the Overlords are being microed. Not an Overseer. Like, just Overlords being microed to chase down these roaches or keep an eye on them. 3 roaches unburrowed going to fall to that little group potentially from Cham because there's a big fight going on. And it looks like it's tipping in favor of Cham with that +1 carapace as the battle goes on. Drones are pulled, and you know what? This just shows Mixu's a hell of a ZVZ player too, though, truthfully. But Cham, this is where he comes in to shine. I think ZVZ, Cham makes it look so good. But it makes you a formidable opponent. I think we're going to see GG here pretty soon. GG. Cham takes it. Yeah, he could have taken a snipe on the 4th for sure, J-Dong Stong. All right, guys, we're going to wait for our second series because of stuff like that. I have to call my girlfriend, and it's just one of those things. Number 2. We have Neeb versus Patty Mac incoming. Neeb versus Patty Mac. Hi, Pimpler. Guys, I'm going to take a brief break. We're going to run some ads so we don't get ignored, but I have to call my girlfriend and take care of a few things. No music. No nothing. Sorry about that. All right, guys, we're going to be going into Neeb versus Patty Mac. Wait, preparing 3. Okay. Now we're good for a while. Let's go into game number 1. Welcome, Nemesim. All right, here, guys. Let us go. Spotting in the bottom right-hand corner of Nightshade, which Patty Mac's laughing about. In the red, it is Onside Gaming's Neeb. And his opponent in the upper left, representing the Cranky Ducklings, laughing about the old map because he was probably too young back when it was there. It is Patty Mac in the blue. I remember Max Angel had a... Oh my gosh. He doesn't remember that. Oh, the banter is great between these guys. All right, Neeb going for a high ground. Patty Mac also going for a high ground. These old maps, it's probably a good idea, especially when you got quite the open bottom base. It's kind of like on Cosmic Sapphire, but Nightshade's certainly a smaller map than that. But the distance between bases on this map is so weird. There's lots of room for proxies and PvP, so this should be a spicy one. These guys should give us a pretty good series. Neeb, obviously the favored player, who actually just beat Scarlet today. And I believe a 3-1 in the best of 5. I want to take a look at the DreamHack games after today, but yeah, let's see what happens from here. Neeb is looking to proxy. It's probably going to be a proxy Stargate. And we'll see. Yeah, right here. Maybe it's a Robo. We'll see, but I think it's likely to be a Stargate because you got all this distance to walk up here with an Immortal unless it was a War Prism. Patty Mac with the metagame proxy pylon. Is looking to be not a proxy, but just a metagame proxy pylon from Patty Mac. Neeb is scouting out. Ooh. And Patty Mac actually trapping Neeb's probe in. And Neeb, what the hell? They're both trapping each other's probes in, the opposite player that would normally do so. So that means some dead Probiuses. And, well, it is going to be a proxy Stargate versus a in-base Robo from Patty Mac. Oracle is going to be juking right up into... Okay, no. I like this pathing from Neeb. Neeb remembers this map pretty well, then. Oh, yeah, for sure. And Patty Mac. Not just Neeb, Patty Mac as well, but... both these guys are incredible. I mean, heck. Should be fun. All right, we got double adepts pushing across here. And yeah. Guys, I'm going to be stepping it up a gear to get back to fix and sleep to very, very soon here, too. Because I might tell you, yesterday, I was still hecked up so bad, as some of you found out this morning. As I was a little goofed up. This is going to be a banger. Oracle's already out, but oh, Patty Mac out of position a bit. Does have 2 sentries and 2 stalkers. They, you know what? If those were just a little closer, I think he still would have lost a probe or 2, but Patty Mac would have certainly been in some trouble. And I wonder if this is going to actually find the proxy Stargate. That said, Neeb is going to proxy again. He's going to re-proxy, or is he looking? He's looking for that other pylon. Neeb actually scouts the... Wait, oh, is he going to get the sentry? Neeb's chasing this army down and is mounting a defense. He does have a low ground base, but no pylon. He does have warp gate available. Not even a pylon, let alone a battery. A Patty Mac coming out. Actually, he just recalls back home. Wait to his natural, because I think there was some worker damage. No worker damage. It's a weird game. I think both these guys are getting in each other's heads. Neeb finally gonna find the metagame proxy pylon going, son of a bitch, I thought I was getting proxied, and I'm not. The Oracle's gonna stare down the Warp Prism. And Patty Mac's gotta be careful. Yeah, he's starting to take some serious damage for this. Funnily enough, Neeb could have made like one Phoenix out of his proxy base because it's not been located. Oh, Patty Mac gonna take a bit of a rough fight here. This is a disjointed army, and the Oracle's actually just catching that before the two Stalkers happening to come across the entire army of Neeb. Patty Mac does have one more Stalker available, but does have a reg tag. No, he's gonna go fight into reinforcements on an uphill battle without his sentries. Had those sentries been there, I think it could have been a little different with Guardian Shield. But that said, Warp Prism's gonna come in. Ooh, we did have some Adepts warping in, but 2 probes for 2 Adepts ain't worth it. Nice force fields from Patty Mac, actually. He's gonna zone this back a bit, but he can't really be that aggressive, I don't think. Neeb still does have the Oracles, mind you. They've taken a beating, but they are still good. They do still check out. Blink is certainly going to be done in way faster for Neeb. The Oracles are going to go for another hit into the natural. Patty Mac taking a bit of a rough fight here, to say the least. Yeah, Neeb is taking a better engagement. He did instead more versus less initially, but now it's a battle of micro. And Warp Prism or not, Blink's going to be done here. And that Warp Prism took a beating. I think that's going to go down. With that, the 2 Oracles coming into the back. Patty Mac desperately trying to get any units. All the Stalkers, unfortunately... Wait, that was so weird. The Stalkers trapped in the 2 probes while morphing in, but somehow, because of the Stalker, then 1G is called and Neeb takes it. Armleg, how you doing? Patty Mac beat Neeb on ladder 2 days ago. Yeah, Patty Mac's a good player. He is actually a really good player. And a buddy of mine, too. Good dude, that Patty Mac. Boom streams his Flapjack Sleep Paralysis Demon. I want to see Boom's new model, actually. I saw her working on it. I was watching her for quite a while. The cat. The new Hiss cat that she's actually making. It actually looked pretty good. That said, moving on to game number 2. Another blast from the past. Yeah, that was Neeb on game number 1. All right. Geez, slower day today for some heavier hitter names. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Eternal Empire. Representing Onside Gaming. Give it up for Neeb. In the red. And his opponent in the bottom left. Representing the Cranky Ducklings. Give it up for Patty Mac. Best finals, you versus Max on this map. The game with Zealots. I think the best final, well, one of the best series we saw on this map, guys, in the OSC stuff, was Max Pax versus 4 Jimmy with the Cannon Rush. Neeb versus Max Pax on that. I want to see that now. I'm gonna have to ask Patty Mac or Neeb about that. Patty Mac will get back to me. Neeb is quite busy, especially right now. All right, let me close out of this. Had to check on something because we were having Twitch derp out on us in Twitch chat. Looks like we certainly have a proxy coming from the Mac of Patties. I would lay odds to it. Is he gonna go like cheekily right between? Is that just gonna be a pylon? Because it's between both Zelnaga watchtowers. Does that cut off? I think that's scouted, though. This is a really weird decision from Patty Mac. He isn't going out for a scout. But yeah, he's chilling in the middle. He is going for proxy, but I think that's going to be right in range of the Zelnaga watchtower if he drops a gate or a robo or anything. Neeb. All right, that said, Neeb is going to be annoying over here. It is going to be a proxy robo from Patty Mac. Not a lot of room to build anything else out here. Kind of a ballsy proxy location, to say the least. Dead center of the map. That reminds me of a Hearthstone proxy. As we'd call it, Patty Mac finally going in for a scout. Neeb looking for the proxy. Patty Mac with the 5-head proxy right there. Neeb going to drop the pylon, the scout. What's coming out? Patty Mac is going to lose this probe. I think this is going to be a warp prism from Patty Mac, most likely. Neeb just going for a twilight. He is not proxying himself at the moment, but he might. It is 2 gates. He could just set up for a Nexus. He's just getting his 4 units out. Robo is done. Nothing's being produced out of it. Oh, it's going to be an Immortal. That said, Neeb is going to take the Zelnaga watchtower, and lo and behold, oh shit, they found my proxy. And again, oh no, Patty Mac, unfortunately, with 1 stalker, he was looking around for a proxy of his own, which is going to cost him an entire unit. And, oh, I think this stalker is looking pretty dead as well. Look at this stuff everywhere. We got probes going here. We got stalkers going there. We got a disjointed army from Patty Mac. 4 stalkers on the high ground to the Immortal. Oh no, the Immortal's not moving. Not like this, Patty Mac. Not like this. Oh no. I think Patty Mac was like 5 years old when this map came out. True story. You love the Hearthstone reference? Well, you know, Hearthstone, for a while there, was taking some funny proxies in centers of the map. Oh, Patty Mac getting a little bit of pressure in, but it's 1 base to 1 base. Neeb going for a proxy of his own. He does have Blink on the way. This could end up being, even with Blink, and even with 1 base, you know what this could be? This could be Invisible Men. Yeah, there is an Immortal waddling across. Army supply in favor of Patty Mac, who, as you said, did beat him on ladder. Did beat Neeb on ladder the other day. Oh no! That is not what Mr. Patty Mac, Patrick Mac, not like this. He's gonna lose his Immortal to the battery overcharge in the force field. Yeah, that's just gonna be an indefinite hold. Proxy gate from Neeb. He's gonna have Blink stalkers now. Neeb is catching up on supply. He does have a pylon to scout some position, and with Blink, this could be a dead warp prism very fast. Patty Mac's gonna take this Zelnaga watchtower. Neeb still, is Neeb gonna build another proxy? What's he doing? He's looking around. He's just trying to find vision. Is he gonna take a proxy Nexus? What's going on? Nah, Neeb's just gonna set up to take a nice 5-minute Nexus. Maybe. Patty Mac chilling in the warp prism. Neeb is catching up on supply though, a little at a time. He did take some rougher trades, but losing that Immortal was very rough for Patty Mac. Yeah, that was a pretty incredible hold from Neeb. Oh, Neeb. Speaking of Neeb, he's going to come in with a 4-stalker hit squad and make short work of this Robo and the pylon. And Neeb is... Wait, what? Okay, Patty Mac's going to try to capitalize on this for the moment. But, oh, that's going to be rough for him. It's 1 base to 1 base. Every pylon counts. Is this going to force a recall of Neeb? But Neeb's kind of all over the place. These guys are putting on a crazy game, just being everywhere. And the Warp Prism is going to go down, it looks like, with 4 Stalker. Oh! Patty Mac not knowing the map. I think it's so funny. Genoa Salami made it look easy. That's so sad. Patty Mac just didn't know. He thought he'd have range to hide the prism there and didn't. Neeb didn't even kill the Robo, but now he's ahead. Neeb has Blink. Neeb is building Nexus at like 6 minutes in the game. Patty Mac is fighting up a hill. Aw, poor Patty Mac, and Neeb takes it in a 2-0 clean sweep. I think Patty Mac actually had a good shot there, but a brilliant hold from Neeb. Very good stuff. So we're going to go on to our third series here. We're going into Beyond versus Spear. Aquanuts, how you doing? The Caspa Killer strikes again, exactly. Beyond versus Spear, our third series. Oop. Let me take a look on ads to see if it interrupts anybody. This one could go a little longer. Let me run an ad just to make sure. Before we start it, what's up, Duck Cuddler? Not to be annoying to you new here, I just am running ads to make sure it doesn't interrupt the games. I changed it up. All right. Beyond versus Spear, game number 1 coming up. We're just going to wait for this. All right. TBT coming up. I'm going to try to keep an eye on these to see where we are at. Where's my damn... Here it is. We are waiting. Cristiano's here. Ad should be over in... Okay, I think we're good. I think the ads are off. Wait, are the ads done? Yep, I got a new cam. Thank you. Wow, you haven't been in it a bit, huh? Yep, I do have a new camera. Thank you, thank you. All right, here we go. I think we're good with only 4 seconds left on ads, and then we'll start up the series. Here we go. We're going into Beyond versus Spear, and welcome, Cristiano. Glad you like the camera. And we'll see what this brings us in game number 1. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire representing Shopify Rebellion. It is our blue Terran player. It is Bion. And his opponent in the upper right already sending 2 SCVs across the map from Team NV. Give it up for Spear with the Shiny Lights Command Center. I was liking your games earlier today, Cristiano, and I still didn't have a chance to watch ESL. I'm going to be watching your games on DreamHack and kind of scrolling through and seeing stuff. I didn't even look at the results of everybody. But yeah, I'm enjoying your stream for a bit. I woke up quite late. I was kind of watching you, Forjumi, and DreamHack at the same time. Admittedly, muting DreamHack at times for you guys. Oh yeah, no, I believe it. I'm looking forward to seeing him. And yeah, we do have 1 SCV here. Where did that other one go? He decided not to build it after all. It's going for the supply depot. It's the proxy racks to the face from Spear to Bion. Watching me, not Pog. What up, Mr. Green? Cristiano, I need to make some changes on some tags around for some of this. Mr. Green. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We've had a lot of upsets. I know you were feeling down at a few of you guys. Oh, Proxy Marauder as an opener from Spear. 1 Rax Proxy Marauder. We see this sometimes. Very weird stuff on Eternal Empire too. But Cristiano, you gave us some cool games throughout DreamHack so far as it stood. And I know how sad it can be when you guys lose. Lots of upsets all across the board. Obviously, Mana was upset. It seemed from what I saw on Twitter, Geralt was a little upset on Twitter, but he's had such a good run. Such a good run, too. You guys have been crushing it. And even when you lose, there's been great ones. Oh. Wow. Speaking of which, I didn't even watch today. I didn't know the outcome. Oof. Anyway, we're going to see a little bit of regression from Bion, but Spear is waiting for these concussive shell marauders, which were scouted. Bunker versus bunker. This is some crazy stuff. SCVs are repairing themselves because there's nothing to defend against this. The Hellions just now out of Cyclone coming from Bion. This looks like a hold. 2 Marauders with some high ground vision out of bunker and an SCV. This is a really weird game. Start things off, but I think Bion just indefinitely holds here. He even saved his Reaper, funnily enough. All this just for... well, just for a supply depot, really. See the trades. 1 SCV for a supply depot. And all he has to show for it are 2 Marauders with concussive shell and a Hellion. I don't know if this was the call, Chief Spear, but they're really weird builds. Nah, I know that's gotta be a rough feeling, Cristiano, but I mean, congrats on your win nonetheless. I understand what you mean. For sure. And there's no repair from Spear. I don't know what Spear's plan was. Like, what's he gonna do with 2 damaged concussive shell marauders against Marines and a Cyclone with more in production? A tank coming out now. High ground CC going down from BN. Spear started his CC. He's Omega dead. This game is just over. We have a Banshee coming out with Cloak. Cyclone just now started. And the Reaper from Bion is gonna tip the hat to the Banshee. Ooh, the Reaper even killing the SCV build, attacking the command center. Marauders here in defense. Funnily enough, the Tech Lab, I think it does scout the drop. Does it? Yeah, Beyond's just like, well, another day on Korean TVT. This is why I love Korean TVT. It is so wacky. Isn't the medevac gonna scout the... Oh, what the hell? The Marauder's gonna scout the... Okay. Yeah, it's actually a fight the Marines win. The Marauder's doing not much. Much ado about nothing. 2 Marauders tried out for 1 Marine. Totally not worth it. What is this game? GG. That was a quick one. Oh my god. Let me try something here. We're gonna go on to game 2 in a minute. Jeebus. Let's see. I need to do something here. Cristiano needs a VIP. There we go. Now Cristiano's got the VIP. All right, moving on to game number 2. I did watch Trigger versus Estrella. Yeah, man. People got to know about the Cristiano stream too. Your camera looks good. You're yourself, by the way. So up a game, and not surprisingly with that build, spawning in the bottom left. Give it up for Shopify Rebellion's Beyond on Data See These Nuts. And his opponent in the upper right, representing Team NV, is a Red Terran player, a Spear. Yeah, I snuck that in here, but we're hoping, I need to get my act together here pretty soon. I think Eve after this last event, and we'll see what comes up next. I think I might be shifting gears a little bit to get my ass going a little quicker. Sleep schedule. Now that I know some changes are here. Looks like a pretty standard TVT opener so far. We can see the double gas from both. We are. This one's going to be more than likely a little more of a standard opener, at least. We'll see what these two bring us. It is Beyond after all, so we might see some crazy drops. This game could be over really quickly or be a 30-minute slugfest. We'll see. Beyond, I would say, is certainly the favored player here, but Spear certainly can do quite well. All right, that said, we are going to have a Supplé du Pole in the scout from Beyond. Spear's probably going to do something similar. Oh, no, he's not. Huh. Yeah, he walled off fully for Hellions going into his factory as well. It's the 1-1-1 opener from both, I'm pretty sure. We might see a CC after the factory, but that remains to be seen from either player. Sorry, I'm kind of repositioning myself here, getting a little sore here. I need to add a stretch for channel points. Cristiano was doing push-ups on stream, by the way, guys. Like the Chad that he is. All right, Beyond's going to want to defend this CC, maybe delay it. Spear did take the first shot. The grenades and going to find neither one of each other. Going to be a tech lab opener from Spear. Beyond going right for a Hellion. And going to drop a reactor on his barracks, so he's probably going into Reapers and Hellions. Spear going right for a Cyclone. More than likely. Yep, he is going to go right for a Cyclone. All right, Beyond's gonna have that quicker starport. Supply depot is gonna scout the 2 Reapers coming out, but there's a Hellion and 2 Reapers for Beyond. But Spear is gonna potentially get a couple workers. Oh, that he is. Only 2 workers for 2 Reapers. That's totally worth it for Beyond. Beyond is down a couple workers that early, but definitely well worth it in the trades. And a little scout from Spear, though, consequently, is going to see that Beyond's going to have the starport significantly earlier. Beyond with the defensive Widow Mine, you know he likes to do that, just now getting his tech lab. Spear, on the other hand, is getting a medevac. It looks like we might have a cheeky little drop out of Spear, potentially. One of those Marine Cyclone pushes earlier on for a little bit of pressure. And Beyond is going to... Oh, Beyond's got the medevac. That's, oh, I like this from Beyond. This is just classic Beyond right here. Spear does have the Cyclone to defend, but Beyond's going to go right into... Is he going to go Banshee? Or is he going to go Raven? He's probably going to go Raven. He's got his tech lab here. Yeah, it's going to be a Raven. Personally, I'm not always the hugest fans of... Oh, the SCV's going to scout this. The 2 Cyclones are right here. Beyond going to afterburn past this. And it's going to be a little bit of an awkward situation when there's Marines and a medevac against the Cyclone, Reapers, and Hellions. Oh my god, is Beyond going to lose the medevac? Beyond, you mad lad. He is going to posture out here. But the 2 Cyclones are out looking for it, taking this on like a watchtower. Beyond almost lost that whole medevac full units this earlier. A hype clone, a hype Templar. That is crazy. Alright, Beyond is going to get out of there for the moment. Going all the way around to the bottom of the map. He did disjoint Spear, but funnily enough, everything's kind of evening out a little. It's tanks and Ravens. Marines, the worker counts in favor of Spear. Spear going for a 3rd CC, though. Beyond needs to be aware of this or just be taking one pretty soon. Yeah, it looks like he is setting up for a 3rd CC of his own. But Spear has his on location, which, as you know, on TVT is a bit of a blunder. There's a tank and 4 Marines with this Cyclone. This could be a bit of a problem, though. All that's close by is... Oh, no. That was a very, very big mistake from Beyond. The CC is going to want to be canceled. Most likely, the tank is going to try to be shot at. No, the medevac's targeted. Siege tank going to get repositioned from Beyond. Auto turret going to help the fight. What a weird, scrappy battle. And Spear, the guy that shouldn't be losing this, is going... Oh, no, it's Beyond. Beyond is not paying attention. This is not like Beyond. I mean, we see Beyond throw games sometimes, sure. We'll all admit it. He's calculated, but we've definitely seen him throw. But this control has not reminded me of A-game Beyond in game number 2. His Raven literally almost yeeted into a bunch of Marines. But Beyond always loves to do those Raven harasses in every matchup. Cyclone's going to go try to kill a supply depot, but are going to be forced to lift off. That's actually putting them in jeopardy with that medevac. Neither player was stemmed just yet. Beyond going for 2 more racks and 2 eBays. Spear just finishing up his racks as well. I think he might have a lead. No, Beyond's getting the lead on stem. But 1-1 has started for Spear a little earlier. Beyond gonna be in the win with the auto turret. Force a lot of lost mining time. Chisel away at a supply depot. Gets 1 worker with the auto turret for just energy, of course. Cyclone's gonna be back defensively. All right, looks like, yeah, Beyond's actually ahead on workers now. Funnily enough. Yeah, it was definitely a cost-effective trade, but oh, I think Beyond's gonna lose this Raven. Auto turret's not without chiseling some HP from the auto turret. All right, Beyond still does have another Raven. His opponent, actually 2 Ravens for Beyond. Beyond's sending another one out to her. I don't know if I agree with that. I think at this point, he should probably keep it with his army. He's not finding much value against Spear. Beyond down in total supply. Spear with a massive army supply lead, and he's going to lose it. See, there's Vikings out. There's this Cyclone. Does he have enough energy for another auto turret? He's trying to land it into the mineral line. Remember the Alamo. Beyond is going to find some values in some worker kills, but that's about it. And so far, the trades looking in favor of Spear. Quite honestly, Beyond does have the worker advantage, but his army a little lackluster in production. We do have the upgraded. Actually, they're both kind of, everything's kind of checking out on upgrades. 1-1's going to finish similarly for both, but Beyond's going to have that stem advantage. But stem won't be worth a damn if the army supply is just too low. Beyond can, however, get himself in a good position defensively. And he's going to take the charge with the stem Marines ahead of time before his opponent has it. Vikings might get this medevac. That's actually a decent pickoff for Beyond. There are still 2 Ravens with full energy practically from Spear. Beyond getting some good value with the auto turret's going to try to take out the tank. Cyclone gets a nice lock on and is going to force Spear to disengage. And now Beyond is looking like he is going to be in favor. He's got 4 more racks in production. Actually, he's relocated his racks. He's going to drop 2 more CCs, you madman. Spear taking another on location, which some might argue if the game was a little different paced, that'd be a little scarier. Beyond is going to chase these Ravens down. There's only a couple Marines here, but it's enough to scare him away. He doesn't want to take damage to those Vikings. All right, we got sensor tower overlap slightly in the middle of the map. No, almost. Look at this. The sensor tower is almost touching each other. Mamma mia. All right. And for those of you who just joined, you missed Patty Mac versus Need. That was a fun one in a very short series, sadly. Patty Mac was unaware of Eternal Empire's back airspace. Beyond actually jumping on top of the medevacs. The Vikings are helping out quite a bit. The interference matrix from Spear does mean Beyond loses his forward position tank. The army supply still in favor of Spear. Beyond does have a good tank set up, though. He's going to take some good shots. Ravens are out. Auto turret is going to land. And Beyond is going to jump on top of this army, stemming away. One of the tanks falls. The other is soon to follow. And just like that, Spear is behind an army supply. Beyond ahead on CCs, though he has to fly him on location. Spear's already got a planetary. Beyond going to take both bases on the outlying side, so he's going to have a 4th and a 5th at the same time. Double expanding. What a Chad. Going into 2-2, way ahead of Spear as well, I might add. Let's take a look at the army composition. Beyond with 5 tanks, and he is up in medevacs. He's going to be pumping out more Vikings, more Marines, more tanks. He's got that turbocharged economy in a moment. We look at the... Oh, neither player used WCS, unfortunately. A little bit rushed map, too. And, well... Beyond is still ahead in workers, but Spear's catching up. It's TVT, mind you, so... I'm sure it would be an interesting graph. It's getting pretty close. Beyond just now using both these bases. This one becoming a planetary, not building workers just yet. Spear does have the Zelnaga. Scout this and is going to go for a double drop. There's a planetary finish that's going to help Beyond out for sure. If Spear tries to drop here. Nice Viking placement from Beyond. He can actually totally tear down this drop. Yeah, this drop is going to have to be paid attention to. Oh, Vikings do land some shots. Oh my goodness, that medevac lives with just 20 HP. Beautiful defense from Beyond, who is going into vehicle weapons +1. Spear's going to actually have his a little bit ahead, but Beyond's going into +3 infantry weapons and armor. Armor a little bit before. We'll see how this plays out from here. Damn, what a crazy game. Marines getting chiseled away at Zelnaga Watchtower going. And Planetary Fortress. Chiseling away here. Wow. Actually, yeah, that Planetary's been very high value. The Vikings, funnily enough, finished this off and debating the Marines back to die to a planetary. That's just taking away trades for Spear. Beyond coming into posture down and from a couple different angles. The south does force a cancel on a CC. Nice siege placement from Spear. Beyond is going to land in siege tanks. and gets a nice position, chiseling on those Marines. But Spear does have some nasty siege tanks positioning to kind of stave this. Beyond gets some Marines in with this drop. Excellent drop, but these medevacs are in a lot of trouble. It's a lot of Vikings. Still, Beyond's getting the work done. And in fact, I think he's going to kill that planet, the orbital, rather. That orbital's looking pretty dead, even with the repair. Beyond could just push in. Oh, he should have just dumped on it. Beyond, let's take a look at the trades. This is a scrappy game. Spear with a bigger army for the moment. Beyond producing more. Spear taking a base at like 12 o'clock-ish. You know, it's kind of a little off place on Data C. Very crazy game. Beyond now ahead in total supply, but he's got 89 workers. I don't think that's the play here in TBT after a while. In fact, yeah, where are these 89 workers? What the heck's going on here? Okay, no, he's... No, he's pretty optimally mining. Spear has defended against Beyond. Trades are looking really crazy. Beyond trading way more efficiently. He is taking some way more calculated trades here than Mr. Spear. Very good stuff. All right. Marine tank pushing in. Gonna deny another planetary? Oh no, it's gonna be the orbital anyway, but it's gonna be killed. It's one dead at command center regardless. Beyond with the tank in the center is not gonna be oh no. They ain't gonna find nothing. Yeah, Beyond loses that battle. Does do some damage to the tank. Missile turret actually helping against some of the medevacs. Beyond has the command center in trouble, but he can lift it. Oh, he can certainly lift it. Yeah, like I said, you never know how TBT is going to go. Corvid reactor being researched for being on quad starport, going into mass Raven. His opponent Spear as well, but is not going to have Corvid reactor. So these Ravens are going to start out with more energy. You know you're getting into a interesting TBT once you see that Corvid reactor starting to research. Beyond taking the upper left base. Tanks getting in position here, and Vienna is on the move out. Marines gonna take out this command center after all from Spear. BNCC does fall pretty hard, and well, we're gonna see a nice positional push from Beyond with the supply advantage. A lot of this is in workers, but my god, those interference matrices coming in clutch on every tank. They're all cleaned up, and a nice anti-armor missile was landed on the medevacs, forcing a bit of trouble for Spear. Planetary's gonna finish. Beyond trying to take a decent siege position, but he has to be careful with his tanks on the Zalaga. Tanks in the high ground over here, but Beyond has all these Ravens, and they started out with a bunch of energy. Beyond just going to be able to stem and siege this planetary, taking another base down for Spear. Spear's forced to go try to fight on the left flank. We got 3 siege tanks in position here, and Spear's going to run right into them. Beyond, in the meantime, going to go for a doom drop. Vikings be damned. Oh, he's going to start losing some Marines, though. The missile turrets and Vikings are going to be a bit of a problem, but we got auto turrets, and Beyond takes it in another 2-0. Another fantastic series for number 3. Hey, Gene Sim. All right. Number 4, a little different. We got No Mercy versus Mindel. So Mindel versus No Mercy. Mindel VK. Excuse me. I'm going to take a few moments between this, and we'll just make sure we don't have, because I know everybody was complaining about ads. I have to ironically run ads so it doesn't interrupt the matches. Bear with me here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Hydrate, that's exactly what the break's going to be. Banana Graham, Gene Sim, Duck Color. Give me just a few. We're going to make sure the next series isn't interrupted this way. It's going to be Mindle VK versus No Mercy coming up for our 4th series. Oops. Ah, there we go. Now we'll be right back. All right, guys. Totally not having some breathing issues over here and stuff, Kappa. All right, we're going to go into Mindle VK versus No Mercy. Game at number 1. Sorry about that, guys. And, yeah. Again, this is the mid-season playoffs number 2. Anyway, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Inside and Out. Get up for our orange Protoss, Mindel VK. And his opponent in the upper right, representing Centex. It is no money in the blue, our Terran player. A little PVT for you. This might be fun. I'm thinking this is going to be a fun one. I can relate. No Money is so broke he even had to change his name to match his situation. In the game, that is pretty funny stuff. He is going to wall this off. Probably going for a 1-1-1. We don't see an SCV on the map, so he's just going to... He could just be taking a high ground CC, but it's certainly going to get in the middle of VK's mind. He is going to scout this out behind this, obviously. We're going to probably see a core Nexus as a standard. Probe's going to be mauling, but make their Terran player mauled with the SCV. Yeah, Supply Depot finishes, and looks like No Money is going to be fine. No Money. No command center. All right, we already seen orbital. Yeah, it's good. I think we're just going to see a high ground CC. Looking very likely to a high ground CC from No Money. But we'll see here. And everything's looking pretty standard from our Protoss player. No CC just yet. Yeah, he doesn't have the money for it. No money for the CC. Hey. Good night, Sibajon. You're going to sleep? Protoss should be scared. Yeah, Mindel is a pretty scary player. And Mindel is looking around for proxies. I think No Money was just doing this to open kind of safer in anticipation of something, but usually you can just force out a zealot and make your life even scarier when you open like that as a Terran. But it does give you some advantage for... Yeah, it looks like a 1-1-1, nothing too cheeky. And well, Mendel's just going into Stalkers. No Adept opener. He's anticipating something cheeky, but it's really just a high ground CC. That is about it. All right, yeah, more of a defensive setup from Protoss, but he's scouting. There's no CC just yet. Marine's probably going to look around for this probe. But it's probably... we might even just see the orbital on the high ground. He should just land it. In my opinion, you can make the orbital down below. You can start mining right away because he's already going to start to be oversaturated. Guess that's not going to be the case. We are going to have a tech lab follow-up. Decent amount of Marines coming down. Robo finishing up. And, well, did we have Blink? Nothing research from Mindel. Wait, he isn't getting Blink yet. He had another Stalker out. Maybe he's going to... Right now. Okay, there he goes. He's just been pumping out Stalkers, so... That did take up some time. Probe is going to scout this landing, maybe. Oh, yep. It is not going to. That is one dead probe from Mindel. All he's going to see is that there were a bunch of Marines killing his probe, which means a lot of things. But just a reactor, it's going to be a 1-1-1. We're going to have a medevac. It's going to be a Marine tank push. Nope. Huh. He might just go into 3-1-1 after, but it looks like he's setting up for a Marine tank push. For sure. There is no bunker. I don't think he really needs a bunker at this point. Medevac and a yellow in the front. See that there's a couple Stalkers. It's the Jabetavac. To get our Protoss player thinking, it's the empty Medevac to force an overreaction potentially. When there's no scout, you don't know if there's Widow Mines in this or not. We don't know nada. There could be a donation vac. There it is, the push. And with that Viking, funnily enough. Well, the hilarious thing is neither player knows exactly what's going on other than there were a couple of Stalkers out in the map and a medevac went by. I love this probe, though, from Mindel. Very, very smart move. is going to lose the probe, but scouts the push. But neither player really knew what was going on. We do have blink finish for Protoss. There's an Immortal, 2 shield batteries, and an Observer out. But that said, like, the Vikings out, maybe expecting God knows what, but he saw 2 Stalkers. He should know. I'm not really a big fan of that Viking with this push. That said, the Stalkers are going to get some good value. Killing one of the tanks. Do take some hull damage on a few, and we've had a little bit of a break in some shields, but that's about it. Observer's going to scout this, and the push is held for the moment. Another Viking coming out in the fight. Ooh, that's another tank. Basically for free. Yep, actually it is for free. There's no stem. There's no combat shields. The Viking's going to get targeted. And these Marines are just going to start getting chipped away. Blink micro backwards is going to finally start to happen from Mendel. The Stalkers and Immortals is going to push this. And the Army supply. Oh, that said. Medevac right behind this. Does Mendel VK get it? That's a free Medevac. He's not going to get the free evac. It's a free evac. Okay, he's definitely going to get it. That's a 100% a dead Medevac with nothing in it. But oof, it's a lot of tanks. He blinks forward, doesn't reposition right into him. SCV's being pulled, but with the Marauder too, he is going to clean this up. Overall, the trades are still kind of worth it for Protoss, but this has been a little rough now. Observer is going to be the point of contention that's targeted. No more siege tanks in production. Stim and combat shields in the way. Marauders being in production. But no money's looking pretty dead. He's going to pull the boys. He is ahead on workers, but I don't think that matters. He was ahead on workers. This is a 2-base Terran to now a 3-base Protoss. So 3-base in the way. We went into 4-gate blink. And that one Immortal. Actually pretty helpful through the whole thing. 8 kills, but certainly helping. A hashtag G from No Money. That's a first. First for me anyway. Hashtag G. All right, guys, moving on to game number 2. Here we go. Game numero dos. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Eternal Empire from Centex, it is No Money in the blue, our Terran player. And his opponent in the bottom left, he's up a point. Give it up for Mendel VK in the orange. Hashtag G. You know what that is? That's almost a G sharp in music, guys. No Money is actually a saxophone player, and he played his solo in G sharp at the end of the game. So he's coming in style with his saxophone. It looks like it is going to be a proxy from No Money this game, or just a damn early scout, but I highly doubt it. We'll see. Nah, it's just an early scout for the moment, anyway. Could be an eBay block. That is early enough where that actually looks like, yeah, it's going to be an eBay block from No Money. So he's presumably hoping to force his zealot in a probe pull. And behind it can do whatever. 100% eBay blockage. And Mendel's not reacted to it at all yet. So that eBay is going to get a lot of health. And he's going to probably get out of there at the last second. So that's going to be damn annoying for our orange Protoss player. He's just not going to scout it. SCV going to get out of here. And what an awkwardly placed eBay, too. Well, Mendel's just going to take a third base. Usually, you can punish this with 3 racks as Terran, but see what happens. It is going to be a Reaper. No units coming out for Mendel. He's just going to wait and go into a Stalker or Adept. We saw he likes the Stalkers in the first game, and seeing this is a little cheeky, I have a feeling he is going to open with a Stalker again this game. Probably not so much an Adept. He's going to be supply blocked. Okay, so this did buy him some time to give him a little fair game with the Reaper, but the gas deal is forcing a huge react. What is No Money doing? No money is potentially, he's really trying to go for a kill or force a cancel, but this is actually, he got a kill. Mindel actually lost the gas, but had he been paying attention, he already got his value. That was a lot of workers pulled off mining, and the Reaper is certainly going to be met with an adept. It's going to be double adept. It's going to be a Stargate opener with the Warp Gate following up for Mindel. Concussive Shell Marauder 3 racks is the choice from No Money. So I don't know. I don't usually like Stargate in a position like this against 3 racks too. Well, against a Marauder, Concussive Shell Marauder opener, if he goes out for an earlier push, this could be quite nice for our Protoss player. But the Reaper, more focused on killing killing the shield battery than getting any scouting information, so he doesn't know that this is Stargate. It's gonna be it's gonna be a Phoenix opener from Mindel, and that Reaper's getting a lot of value. Yeah, 3 kills on the Reaper from the Cheeky Cheek. Oh my gosh, No Money was just target firing his own reactor. That adept is, truthfully though, income-wise, I think it is kind of slightly favored Mindel for a while, considering how much of a reaction that force. What a weird game. It's definitely a strange one with that gas steal. Yeah, some of the old maps are on this. It depends on how the players veto Bananagram. So Eternal Empire, Nightshade, and I think Everdream are the old map possibilities, but we have Data Sea, Cosmic Sapphire, and a bunch of others from the current ladder pool. It leads to some spicy games in the OSC events. And again, if you guys want to check out the bracket, it is !B. It is the Mid Season Playoffs number 2. This is a $2,000 tournament. And we're on day number 2 of it. I casted day number 1 of it. That's what I'm saying. What we saw yesterday was the finals of the playoffs of a $600 tournament. And yeah, this is going to be a little interesting. Of the Masters Cup, 146. All right, Phoenix is going to go on, be annoying, trying to pick off reinforcements. Stem's on the way, however. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be Phoenix Colossus, which is, that could be pretty good against 3 racks. That or Phoenix Charge, but I think Phoenix Colossus I like a little better in this case. But 3 racks can be pretty impactful. If you're open with a Marauder heavy comp, that's where the Marauder is going to help. But if this baits out a lot more Marines, which it is, then that's where the Phoenix Colossus comes in a really handy. Stem's about to come in, and yeah, Mindel's going to have to start being careful. He does have 4 adepts. He's going to have an Immortal to help defend. He's got a couple of shield batteries, one that took some hull damage from that Reaper earlier. I do love this Observer, though. He's posturing for a 3rd, but he's not going to be able to get one. I don't know about another Immortal, though. It's another pylon. He should have went right into Colossi production. Like, Immortals are going to be good against the Marauders, but 1 Colossi is what we need, Chief. Okay, the Sentry's going to help out a bit. Oh, he gets a nice pop shot with the Immortal. Medevacs are eventually going to join this, but not for a moment. And, ooh, that's going to run out. Well, some of the Marines going down is going to make this a little helpful, but yeah, the Marines doing pretty good with Stem against that Immortal. Phoenix is picking some of the reinforcing units off. That said, it's mostly cleaned up, and at some significant losses for a Protoss player. He is going to secure his 3rd base, however. And another push is on its way across the map. Colossi just now coming down. Infantry armor +1 on the way. So this is Stem Combat Shields Concussive +1. And we're going to have Medevacs in round 2 of the push. I'm pretty confident. Maybe Vikings, but more than likely Medevacs. This is going to be a crazy fight. Ooh, not like this Mindel. He's not paying attention. Does take a good amount of hull damage on one of the Phoenixes. And at the moment, I think he almost had enough Phoenixes to... Nah. Didn't really want to engage that. He is going to be able to pick off some reinforcements. I'd almost rather see reinforcements picked off than workers, especially Marauders. And that is exactly what he's going to try to do, but he disengages the Graviton Beam because of the medevac. Or sorry, the missile turret. And a nice defensive setup from no money, actually, this game. He's got missile turrets in good positions. He's in a good spot for upgrades. He's going for a Marine tank. We'll probably, well, we don't see a third CC just yet, which is not unheard of. But I wouldn't hate it if he's not doing a 2-base all-in. Which would mean a boys pull. We should see a 3CC come down. And a Ghost Academy. We're just now seeing some Vikings out. He should know what's up because he's not scouted much in terms of gateway units. And yeah, that said, there's only 2 Colossi out. Extended Thermal Lance is going to pop eventually here. Parterran teeter-totters around. It's going to be done in this push. There's shield batteries everywhere, but not a lot of Protoss units and watchtowers taken. Some good defense being set up with pylons for drop potential. But look at this. Mindel is just on top of this. He's got some really good map control. So he's going to try to jump on top of this, but it looks like a little bit of a bait for the Phoenixes to engage the bio, which means the Marines are going to just hop right on top of it. Thank you, J. Dunkslong. Figured we'd have a little bit bigger turnout for the Day 2 playoffs, but not really a lot of buzz at Twitter. I tried, but we think we tagged too many people. Probably should have just went to the group thing and then did this later. One never knows when ESL is going on when your stuff's timed. I tried to plan it so it was like after ESL. I was like, maybe we could get a raid or maybe not. See what happens. These tend to pull a good amount of people, but depending on where we're at. Anyway, Phoenixes getting some good work in. And we'll see what happens from here. No mercy. Or no mercy, no money. No mercy. I'm thinking of Z Nation, which I was just watching like a couple weeks ago. And I watched the entire... I think I just finished it up again my third time last week. No money. Mindel VK's actually doing ahead in economy. Why is no money long distance mining? He's not set up a third yet at 10-12. No Ghost Academy. He feels pretty confident. But Guardian Shield, we do have 4 Colossi because there's a lot of Phoenixes. And we're going to start seeing Disruptor production with another Robo coming down. Or Mindel. Honestly, I think he should take the 6 o'clock position base. Or should have, but it's a little tough with this push. Ooh, Disruptor is gonna take... That's going down. Beautiful tank shots. The double tank shot takes the Disruptor right the heck out. Beautiful play from No Money, who's looking in a great spot this game, but non-economy-wise. He should have pulled boys or something with this, to be honest with you. He's not really mining it. Kind of a weird attack, but it looks like he's taking the better fight. It's a really red-barred army with no medevacs, though, because the Phoenixes. And, well, I think the Colossi is going to help this hold after all, just barely. Because the Phoenixes are deflecting the rest, picking off all the Marines, cleaning up the Vikings. And now our Protoss player is coming back in with charge. He's got Disruptors behind this. And the Phoenixes and the charge lots are going to just hold the end of this push. They're going to be able to jump on top of the tanks after. GG and Mindel brings us another 2-0 series. I think a boys pull would have been a little better. If you're playing on 2 bases that long. Weird game, though, because neither player really scouted. We're moving right along here onto our 5th series. It's Percival versus Rail. Percival versus Rail coming right up. That said, let me take a look at things. We're almost on ads. God damn it. I know you guys hate them, but if I run, the advantage of me running them manually is it at least gives us control for those of you that aren't subbed. See, the games aren't interrupted. So let me run a 3-minute ad break. So that way we're not uninterrupted here. We're going to hang out for a few minutes before the next series because, well, this is going to buy us Reza, what up, buddy? Yeah, after this. Yeah, I wish it was a little different how the subs are. They do have that. I mean, I always appreciate subs, but like I said, Reza came in hot with the donations. I usually would prefer. I wish we had more control over ads or had something else other than subs. Oh, no worry, J-Dong. No, the support I need's a foot up my ass to get my ass back in gear. My brother's moving. I gotta quit smoking. This is gonna be interesting. I gotta figure out smoking inside because I'm gonna have another neighbor. My brother's moving. I had no idea. I am gonna take a break before to leave. Well, before I go into ladder after, because today we're gonna do some ladder. Hopefully we get a little bit more of a turnout. This is a big tournament, so even in these stages of it, I appreciate you guys that are here though, but it's a pretty decent one, say the least. But other than that, World Team League's going on and stuff like that, and you know how it be. I was gonna cover that too, but no way. Steadfast and Bale Wolf are covered. I covered one last night, and let me tell you guys, you just watched the Geico commercial with the Portal game. Too funny. I'm waiting for the ads to be done, and we are going to be ad free. Now here's the thing, when I disable this, all right, hold on. All right, the ads are gone. Yeah, all right, the ads are gone. I was going to say, that's funny. You watch the Geico commercial with the Portal thing. So normally I run them and you get a higher percentage if it's auto ran, but I'm running them so they don't interrupt the games. That said, let's go right into Percival versus Rail. And I'm going to start doing that because that used to happen in the past and nobody really told me, but we didn't have as many ads before. But being with everything going on, I had my stuff set because we get a bigger cut of ad revenue, which actually worked in there, but now I'm just going to run them between games just so it doesn't interrupt everybody that's not subbed. Anyway, as Steadfast does and such. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Data C. This is going to be a banger. It is our blue Terran player, Percival. And his opponent, is he going to Data C these nuts? It is Rail from GDAT in the red. This is going to be a good one. Reza is back. Hell yeah. Big battle cruiser. Operational. Let's heck and go. Guys, let me get my bot going while we're waiting here. I'm going to follow this probe. He's just going to drop a low ground. I don't know why he's low grounding versus a Terran. Let's get this bot going back. I'm going to relaunch it. Maybe they'll fix it. Oops. Bear with me. We might have a few little bit of lagging moments because of the bot. Because we need to have the commands. Rez is back. And then after, we're going to go into our regular stream. You know it. Oh, man. Let me just tell you, yesterday was banging, but I have been grinding too much. I gotta fix my sleep. It will be my next priority. It should have been forever ago. I've been expected to be back to work literally like a month and a half ago. So Dave's gonna potentially be shifting gears this weekend a little bit. Because I even missed group. I missed group today for this. I should have waited an hour for start this, to be honest with you. I started doing some cleaning, but yeah. Well, SCV is going out for scout. Is gonna get some good information from Percival. He's going to see the low ground setup. So, actually, I don't hate that against Percival. Percival does a lot of 1-1-1 builds. So, this would be pretty good against Hellions, obviously, right from the rip. Going to be Adept Opener. And it doesn't look to be Stargate because we got Warp Gate coming in. Percival already has a Reaper out and is going to capitalize on this. The Adept is just now coming. He's gonna get one. Is he gonna get another worker kill? Oh, that's a pretty good surround. He's forcing a lot of lost mining time. It does take a lot of damage from the probes. Oh, 2 probes. The Adept shaded across the map. Now the shield battery's in. The Reaper has to respect the probes, but still 2 kills. Not too shabby. The Stalker is on its way out. He might be able to get a probe on the low ground. Reaper's still going to be annoying Adept. Shading in, trying to get some information, but Percival's got this hidden way back. It is going to be a Hellion opener. Probably going to be a Hellion drop now that Percival knows the setup. Stalker deflects the Reaper, but it still lives. Does retain just 2 kills. Percival not really getting much, or sorry, Rail not getting much information. And this goes to show you guys, anybody can play in these OSC events to points if you make it to playoffs. If you make it to... There's events for just participation or rewards if you sign up for OSC. What up, get ya? And I think the bot's back. Let's do a test.
Big battle cruiser operational.
Okay, the GIFs aren't on, but you know what? We got the sounds. Maybe they're disabled for the scene. Let's see.
Take them down to Kirktown.
I don't know why Rez's picture didn't come out. Yeah, this one's a little scuffed. That said, it's going to be a blink opener from Rail. I do like this. Percival going in for the Hellions in the front, the Widow Mines in the back. Ooh, Adept finally cleans up the Reaper, the MVP Reaper. Yeah, that's 2 probes for a lot of force stuff, though. We are going to see the 3rd base go down at a pretty decent time for Rail. More than likely. Should get it around 4:30. Even with the Robo. Yeah, he's going to have that sucker down. Kind of want to have that against the 1-1-1 opener, unless it's a big push. And it's going to be a Widow Mine drop. Boom, nice probe. Pre-pull pro, except pull, pre-probe pull. Excuse me. Torchlight Infinite Beta? I've not heard of Torchlight. Nice Widow Mine splits. Oh, actually good micro from Rail. Rail is actually on the ball here. Percival, though, does save 1 Widow Mine, and, you know, he still has a good amount of health left on that medevac. 3rd base going to finish up for Rail eventually here. Percival kind of set up for a normal 3-1-1 after this. It's an ARPG franchise. Gotcha. Gotcha. And we're going to see some more racks dropped here. From Percival. He's going into +1 infantry weapons charge on the way for Rail. Right after the blink, pretty much. He had to get a decent amount of protection together against the mine drop, the Hellions, etc. Decent setup for... Yeah, he's right on top of this. Percival's drop, multi-pronging can be pretty good, but there's no vision on the cell side, so this Raven might actually get some good value in the natural. No shield batteries out. And the Stalkers are not going to be in position to catch it unless they happen to just catch it, which they're not going to. That Raven's going to be past his Zelda Watchtower's range, and it's going to skirt tail right across the bottom. So this might be an awkward moment for Rail. There's going to be a couple auto turrets available by the time this comes in. And Rail's just kind of chilling in the middle of the map yet. He hasn't really used this observer to scout what's out. And actually, now would be a good time to jump in and get some good in. Yeah, he needs to use this observer rather than pushing up here. It's very rare that you get this opportunity. He could have got a snipe on a tech lab or two and gotten the hell out, because there are no siege tanks. Auto turrets are going to force a lot of lost mining time for Rail. He does have his... I mean, he's at least going to get some information. But again, he had a moment of opportunity to deny tech, which he didn't know because he's not using this observer. He really should be using that observer. That's the one... As great as his map vision is, he doesn't know what's going on in the base of a Terran player, and that's unfortunately gonna tip the scales a bit. Well, I guess he's just playing it smart and safe. Behind it, we do have a Colossi coming out. Charge did finish up. We don't have it. Okay, it's a double forge. Decent time for the double forge. The Raven still reigns supreme. There's a couple of Stalkers to defend this. Stalkers do catch, the Presidents do catch one Marine. One is getting split off for some more information. The Observer's still out. And this is a Ravenless push from Percival. Usually you see a Raven with the pushes these days. It's interesting, but a lot of Widow Mines. We got the 2 tanks. The Widow Mines can defend the tanks annoyingly against the charge lots. First Colossus is out. Extended Thermal Lance is away in. Oh! The engage is happening. Colossi actually fighting against the Marauders, which is not usually ideal, but one is eventually going to fall. A lot of energy being wasted, but all those Widow Mines get such value, killing all of the Zealots. And Percival might just take this. GG. Percival coming in hot. Well played by the P-Man. Let's test the commands again, though.
Hey Dave, where'd you learn this build from?
Yeah, my stuff's all hacked up.
University.
My stuff is all hacked up. I gotta fix that. I have like so many different scenes, though. It's all desynchronized. Let's go on to game number 2. This one should be a spicy one. Game number 2, Percival versus Rail. Pretty spicy stuff. Alrighty. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Inside and Out, representing License to Kill. Give it up for Percival in the blue. And his opponent in the upper right, give it up for GDAT's Rail in the red. Is he going to be railing Percival, or is Percival just going to be putting those tanks right in there? That was a very, very wild one. And the engage. Percival setup. It was just a really good setup for Percival. You had those Widow Mines defending the tanks, just like I said. And even with a little bit of friendly fire, he was very well prepared for charge lots. And there just wasn't enough there after that meat grinder attack for Protoss to do much, and nothing. No proxy racks, no proxies just yet, and Rail's not scouting. Rail is doing no scout this game. Very greedy play. Percival looks like he's opening pretty standard, actually. Looks like a Reaper expand, but Rail, I don't know what he's doing. going for a cyber scout, or is he going to go for just... Is he just not going to scout? Very weird stuff from Rail. A very bold move, actually, I should say. Rail going for a 20 Nexus. And then he's going to go for a pylon scout. Very, very late scout from Rail. And actually, that works out for him, though. That's actually not too bad, and it's going to be a Reaper fast, expand Reaper going down here, but very rare you see a Protoss not scout a Terran at all with a probe, let alone after dropping everything. But I guess economically, that's a really good form. He's going to have the Stalker out at a good time. Should be there in time for the Reaper. Everything's timed out just perfectly. We didn't even have a chance to get a little SCV harass on the Nexus. But the long-distance mining probe might be in trouble. Oh, Stalker's out already to greet the Reaper. Going to be a safe opener from Rail. Yet again. Another Stalker in production. No shield battery. Of course, little Sim City going on up in Rail's main base. Stalker chilling by the ramp. But the, ooh. Yeah, the Reaper sees a Sim City. Doesn't want to risk another Stalker coming out. I wouldn't hate it if Rail went behind this and a little bit differently, but Percival is going in for a reactor follow-up, of course, in the factory. Going 1-1-1 again, but this time with a Reaper fast expand. I mean, it was pretty standard last game, too, let's be real, but tease with the tease. All right. There you have it. There you have it. Their next is going down, and yeah. That is all she wrote. Alrighty. And yeah, third Nexus going down quite early for Rail. He's being extra bold here. Percival, I think, might capitalize on this. We got a charge opener from Rail. Okay. So he's got, well, 3-4 gates coming down. 3 a little earlier. Reaper's going to be out. We do have a hallucinated Phoenix missing the army push. This is a very small push from Percival. But Rail is really on hopium. Does he have warp? Yeah, he has warp gate, but no more gates online, and everything is exposed right here. An unfortunate... Yeah, the scout is... Now he knows what's up. There's going to be a lot of reinforcements behind this. The SCV is going to be annoying. Charge is going to finish up momentarily, but there's no shield battery, no immortal. Charge is not complete. Oh, man, the Reaper grenade even helping very much here. That's an Artosis pylon, folks. And I think that is going down. Zealot's not morphed in, or warped in, rather. This looks like game pretty quickly. Boys are pulled, and I think this game is pretty much ogre. I mean, the friendly fire's helping the tanks, but that's too many worker losses and only 2 Stalkers and a Sentry that are really battered against 2 tanks and some Marines. Percival takes it. And I forgot to update the score. That's a whole nother 2-0. That is another 2-0 for us. Damn. That is some crazy, crazy stuff. Let us go here. Let's go on to the next series. Cure versus Percival. Because it was the winner of Percival versus Rail. So we have Cure versus Percival. This is a banger. Let's heckin' go. This one I'm definitely going to run some ads for. We don't know if this is going to be another short but sweet one or just a long slugfest, because it is TBT. Could be over very quickly. It could go on very long. Let me just run a 1-minute ad break, which should buy us some time. Should buy us a little bit of time here. And, yeah. All right. And let's take a look here. We should be good to go. In 2-1. All right, guys. Going into Kier versus Percival right now. Uninterrupted. No spoilers, so I didn't even check, so I don't know how long this is, so I wanted to make sure we're at least cleared for a while for pre-roll ads. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Stargazers, representing License to Kill. It is Percival in the red. And his opponent in the upper left, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Give it up for Kier in the blue. It's going to be a banger. Whether it's long or short, we'll find out. Ooh, Kier already going in for a proxy racks. This should be spicy. And guys, I just got to point out earlier today, I was watching Up a Tree. He ended up getting bodied by a TVP build in TVT. He had the proxy armory widow mine into Thor build done to him in TVT. I've never seen that in TVT. And it actually killed Sale. So one never knows. Kier just going for proxy, a Reaper opener. And depending on how this plays out, this could go pretty quick. Is it going to be Reaper, though? He might do something cheeky. It is Kier after all, and Percival, one of our favorite underdogs here. Some spicy games today. It's a little worn out here, so I do apologize if yeah, we get into some issues. Valvin. Back lab going down, and barracks on the way. It looks like Proxy Marauder from Kier. We saw this earlier from lower ranked players, but my god, from Kier. Is Percival going to be aware of this? It looks like he's not going to be in defense. Reaper is checking around, but wait, Percival didn't scout. So shame on you, Percival, for not using an SCV scout. Oh my god, the Reaper's going to go across the map. And this is going to be totally exposed. It's a standard TVT opener. He's even going to expand. Yeah, he's looking around a little bit. Wait, he's not going around the map. Oh no. We're even going to see a bunker potentially. The Proxy Marauder. As I used to call it, the Scuba Steve special. It was the 2 racks. This is, man, this is something to see Kier do this to Percival, to do him dirty like this. Kier wants that money. Again, this is a $2,000 tournament. We're midway through it. These guys are going to pull any trick out of the book at any moment. Sometimes standard, sometimes not. Widow Mine, is it going to go down? He doesn't land the Widow Mine. Ah! Well, the Widow Mine actually could be pretty valuable here. These Marauders have taken a bit of a beating, and the scan, though, oh! Percival should have just landed that darn Widow Mine right there. He's going to be supply blocked pretty soon. Pretty hard. Some SCVs are pulled a little late. Should have pulled more boys. Nothing else. A little earlier. GG is called, and Kier brings us the shortest game yet in game number 1 with a strategy we saw earlier on with a proxy concussive shell Marauder and a TVT. Let's move on to game number 2. My God. And yeah. Tis a good one. For sure. Alrighty. Can he come back? In the upper right-hand corner, Waterfall this time. In the red, it is our License to Kill Terran player from Korea, Percival. And his opponent in the bottom left, from Dragon Phoenix Gaming, give it up for Cure. Coming in cheesy in game number 1. See what these guys bring us in game number 2. So far, we see no SCVs going out a little earlier. Mamma mia indeed, Duck Cuddler. That was a spicy game numero uno. For sure, for sure. Well, that said, we are moving on. Yeah. I wonder if today was a bad day to run this. But I mean, I had no way. I mean, I guess I knew with World Team League, but I didn't know we'd have a bunch of that going on and some other stuff on the Twitch. To be honest with you. Okay, we are going to see a cheeky little maneuver from Cure. Is this going to be a proxy starport? No, he's just hiding his scout, I think. Yeah, he's just hiding his scout. Same thing. That was a little weird. They just were off on pathing on this map. He just changed his pathing a little bit. Is he going to sneak in here? Oh, he's going to sneak in here. Both players going to get full information. Cure with the Reaper scouting SCV. Percival going to be annoying. And actually jumping on top of this factory building SCV. A little miss micro from Percival. Who's going to save the day ultimately. But, oh, that worker's going to go try to get a kill. Does he get it? Oh, almost, but not quite. Reaper coming across the map for Cure. Percival is going to guard the ramp, but you know what? He doesn't have a supply depot or anything to scout this out. Cure just going to go back. Getting yet another Reaper out, going for an expanded factory. He's just going to finish up here. Looks like Percival's as well. And it's going to be a reactor follow-up from Percival. Cure with, yeah, he's just now getting his reactor after his first Hellion. It's going to be a double Reaper Hellion from both, I think, for a little bit. Pretty standard TVT, but Percival is going to find that he has to fight 2 Reapers. Oh, that low ground SCV is in danger. Does go down, and that's going to delay the command center a little bit for Percival. He even loses a Reaper. Oh, that's so annoying. 2 Reapers are going to pop out momentarily, though. Does he fix the rally? Oh, gets an SCV back. Forces a boys pull, and that one SCV that was injured earlier is going to fall. The Hellions from... Oh, God, Cure is actually bodying him earlier. Just some positional disadvantage. Cure is just so goddamn good. He is totally got Percival's number. Percival's pushing out, but he's going to lose this SCV again. He just cannot get this expansion down. And behind it, well, Starport's going to finish up. The CC is not delayed by Percival. This is actually very rough. And the Hellion's going to do it yet again. Another SCV falling. Oh, poor Percival. Losing 4 SCVs. Good amount of Reapers and Hellions here. And the Cyclone is up. Man, oh man. This has put Percival back quite a bit in terms of army supply and tech. But that delayed orbital really messed the economy for a bit. At the same time, Percival finding some value as well. He has actually traded more efficiently, killing that Cyclone, though. That was actually pretty nice. So Percival now taking some good fights. So he's actually traded about as good as he could thereafter. Let's take a look at the unit count. Percival with 1 Cyclone. And he does have Siege Tank, Raven, Medevac production. But we already have tank out a little earlier for Mr. Cure. All right, what do we got coming on up next? Army supply in favor of Percival, but Cure's eking it up. Cure gonna try to sneak a Beyond-esque Medevac in. I like the scout from Percival, though. He does have a very injured Hellion, which isn't gonna be that useful at this point anyway. Scouting for drops. But depending on when Cure does this, it could be a bit of a problem. Nothing's in the base to defend, though. I don't like this. The Raven's on the way. Nothing in the main, rather. So even if this is scouted, tank siege, there's Ravens, there's all sorts of stuff. A 3rd CC coming. And I think this Hellion is seen just in the tail end of the range of vision. Yeah, Cyclone's coming. I believe. Oh, wait. This is awkward. Okay, it is scouted, and these Marines are going to fall one by one. The Medevac narrowly escapes with 4 Marines. That drop is shut down. That said, Percival is going to go be the aggressor. He has his 3rd CC finishing up. You're a little bit ahead on that. We're going to start seeing this switch around for STEM being researched by Cure. Percival's going to try to yeet into the main base. That scouter at Supply Depot is certainly going to be helpful. But does he jump on to... Oh, delays the 3rd CC. Delays some production. Is actually going to target fire the barracks. 3 workers fallen so far for Cure. Percival's actually getting some good work with these Reapers while they're still alive. Good way to trade them out for some worker kills. The tanks going down, some friendly fire helping out. 8 workers going down, not too shabby. Delaying the 3rd delay in production is kind of nice for Percival. He dropped some beautiful interference matrices, but only has 1 tank, and it's not siege. Of course, there's no stem yet. Those interference matrices not really helping out the auto turret, trying to chisel at the tanks. Oh, very scrappy fight, but the counter interference matrix means Percival's going to lose the tank and the engagement. Percival's like pretty committed in this push. He's going to have 1 tank left. That looks like it's in a lot of trouble. Stem completing for Cure is very rough as well. He's got a huge tank count. That went very unluckily. Kind of a bunch of derpy, clumped up units for Percival. Kind of cost him a little bit there. He is going to land his 3rd CC, however, has his production up a little faster, but he's behind. No, he has stem actually ahead of Cure. Does have his double eBay coming down a little ahead as well. So economically, he's ahead on workers, but his army supply, he's lost such numbers that it's a bit of a problem. The Vikings are leading this, but Beyond, I keep wanting to say Beyond, it's Cure, has the... At least he had the balls to attack. Well, sometimes that's the thing about this. In TVT, you have to take choice fights, and sometimes a little bit of luck can be on your side from what is scouted. And you know what? That's so many siege tanks. I think this is just Ogre. Oh my god, a boys pull even. Yeah, there's no army for Percival. He had that economic lead for a minute, but when he took that fight, it was just not. He had a little bit of RNG going against him, but I don't think it was a good call. But Cure takes it, and another 2-0. Terran Spirit Animals, a snapping Tyrrell. Yeah, Cure takes it. He is the favored player. It's not that surprising, I guess, but moving on, we're going to go to our next series. It's Mana versus Exo Striker. A PvP this time. All right. Coming right up. Liquid Mana versus Exo Striker. Geez, everybody's watching the recast, or maybe the first cast, I don't know, the NA cast of World Team League, I think. Meanwhile, you know, We got some spicy games going. On OSC here. Mana versus Exo Striker. You know what, guys? Let's chill for a minute. I'm gonna go take something for my congestion here, because I'm feeling... Oh, Dave is tired and sore from stuff, and yeah. Cure Man, indeed, he came in hot in that game. Oof. Sleep, Dave? Well, I mean, sleep, that's the problem, is my sleep schedule's all hacked up. COVID, I was just getting everything dialed back in again. Then COVID screwed me up. And then all the casting and stuff got me hyped. And we've been on the we've been buzzing since DreamHack, even though I was sick. And I still now I'm just like, I don't know what it is. Allergies. I need to get out. Let's see, Mana versus Exo Striker. Coming up here. And let's just, yeah, I'm going to go for a minute here. Use the bathroom. Try to find something for congestion. All right. All right, Mana versus Exo Striker coming up. Yeesh. I think everybody's StarCraft out or something, dudes. Dave's tired. Dave is a smidge tired here. All right. Well, let me see where we're at. Oh, good, beautiful. I timed it just right. Let's get into the series. I think those of you guys hanging out are the chilling mofos hanging around Fortis. Going into game number 1 of Mana versus Exo Striker. With no ad interruption now. We be chilling. Yeah, we're gonna hit the ladder button later too, because I'm feeling it. I'm a little off, but we'll get in the mood, I think. All right. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner, a Nightshade representing Alpha X. It is Exo Striker in the yellow. And his opponent in the bottom right, representing Team Liquid. It is Mana. What? Nika, really? I thought we were done with the ads. I thought we were done with the ads. Really? How are you hearing me if you see 8 minutes of ads? I just ran them when I was away, so it didn't. I'm trying to get rid of that. I literally disabled it, and I'm trying to run them. If I'm just like, because I'm feeling a little lackluster here. I think I'm just burnt out a bit. Well. Double gate going down, and yeah, we'll see what happens here. Nah, but I'm cutting off your games, man. Try to make it so it's not interrupting the games. Alright, we got a little bit of probe harassment task here. I should make an alt account to look to see what you guys see. To test the ads. Alright. And looks like a little bit of a 2-gate from both. Exo Striker going in for a proxy. Is he going to go for cheeky proxy robo? Looks like a Stargate location, but we'll see. He's going to be double adept, so it's kind of implying like it could be Stargate. It's a weird spot for proxy robo, but it would check out. I mean, this is a pretty big distance for it, but we shall see. To me, it is seeming like proxy oracle form. Exo Striker Mana open with a pretty standard stalker opener. And he's setting up for a Nexus. Actually, is he just going to go 2 units Nexus? That's the question. Looks like Mana is going to go open 2 Stalker Nexus for a double expand. Is going to chase down the probe. Has a couple Stalkers split off. Scouts the Adepts. Is going to get in position for the wall. Wait, did he scout the Adepts? Mana looking like he's... Oh, he's searching for the proxy. It's 3-gate robo. Exo Striker doing what we thought. Guys... Yeah, Liquid Mana is the favored player, but Exo Striker doing what we talked about yesterday, and we saw he's going in for proxy robo again. 3-gate robo, back at it again. Stalkers chiseling away at the Adepts, but 3 workers have fallen. The Adepts actually gonna make their way down and out. There is a pylon down on the low ground, and it was a smidge greedier Nexus when you don't know what's up. But everything did check out in the scout. The pylon certainly made this annoying. There's going to be an Immortal. It's 3-gate robo, man, with the cheese coming in from Exo Striker. Are we just going to see 1 Immortal and a War Prism? That's my guess. Yep. 1 Immortal and a War Prism. Mana going to proxy, too. I'm assuming that's just going to be a gate, but we'll see. Yeah, we don't see a Twilight. Mana with the cheeky proxy, but the Immortals coming. Exo Striker literally 3-gate robos every PvP. It's amazing to see. It is going to be a proxy gate from Mana. Army Supply obviously in favor of cheeky Exo Striker. He's cheesing it out here. We don't have a shield battery in the low ground. And, well, this is going to be scouted. This is certainly going to be scouted. Do we see the adepts get taken up in the top? Oh, we don't. Everything's just going to get taken up to the top. He's going to skip the natural altogether and go in right into the main base. Adept is going to go in the... Oh, the adepts actually coming up as well. We see the adept shade out. Huge push from Exo Striker. Oh my goodness. That's forced all the mining off the main base. 6 workers falling and counting. Nice force fields from Liquid Mana. Kind of choking Exo Striker back. Probes and the Stalkers kind of getting some good DPS on the Immortal. But look at it's only 7 workers left for Mana. Exo Striker might just be doing it right here. He's warping in Zealots. GG, Exo Striker comes in hot in game number 1 with the 3-gate Robo. He's the 3-gate Robo every PvP guy, and he actually just took a game off Mana. My God. All right, that was a quick one. That was a spicy one. Very well played by Exo Striker, spawning in the upper right-hand corner, up a point. A little bit of an upset with the cheese. On Eternal Empire, it is Exo Striker in the yellow. And his opponent in the bottom left, representing Team Liquid. I don't think he's going to go down and flopping out like that. He's Liquid Mana. He's going to be looking out for proxies for sure. Literally every game, Exo Striker 3-gate Robos, and he does a really high success rate with it. Meanwhile, 99% of every other Protoss that 3-gate Robos, you feel like it's a coin flip. In any rank, Exo Striker is like the Cannon Rush guy. He is 3-gate Robo guy. Very good stuff. Let's see if Mana's got his number this game. It is going to be 2-gate again, which is a good start to it. See, the thing is, Exo Striker is so good at it. He'll make you think he's not going to do it again, and he's just going right back to it. Thing is, does he know where to do it on Eternal Empire against Mana? And his Mana can scout it. Oh, 100% this is 3-gate Robo. Look, at he's sending another probe out. He's scouting, and then he's sending his proxy probe out. I think he's just going to go down. Is he just going to go down here? Or is he going to go right? We'll find out. On game numero dos. Gouda stuff. Double Adepts and Warp Gate coming in from Mr. Exo Striker. And yeah. Man. And there it is, the proxy Robo again. Question is, does Mana find it? Part of it is Exo Striker uses such weird locations sometimes for his proxy Robo. Well, like Mana could blind build order counter it potentially with some high ground batteries. Maybe do something extra cheeky. He's gonna scout the double adept, which could imply a lot of things, but it is Exo Striker. Thorn would be happy right now to see this. Sentry on the way. And yeah, it's just a 3-gate Robo. Again, Immortal, War Prism, but Mana looks like he is gonna maybe... Oh, he doesn't scout it. He's so close. Mana, not like this. He's so close. He is so damn close to scouting this. He finds it, but it's a little too late. He does have 2 stalkers, but there's 2 pylons powering this. And actually, this is going to chisel away at the units for Mana. Mana's going to recall, but he's going to lose 1 of the stalkers. Oh, saves the other. He needs everything he can to hold this together. It's a Stargate opener going into a Void Ray. Warp Gate just finishes. He gets a shield battery, a little off. Is going to try to get some damage done with the Oracle, but there's a shield battery and a stalker to defend on the other side of the map. That said, we got 2 Adepts, a Sentry, and Immortal. Warp Prism coming in, 2 stalkers in the front. Void Ray is taking its sweet time to get here, of course. So it is going to be a Void Ray response, which we don't hate from Liquid Mana. But it does take a lot longer now. Oh, and he's getting the Robo. Okay, so this time Mana is well prepared. Does force a lot of lost mining time, stasis ward, and is going to burn. Well, he's going to get a couple worker kills. Well, just 1 worker kill, but did force some lost mining time and only targets 1 unit in a stasis. Exo Striker going into a Twilight Council. Is he going to follow up with DTs? Oracle, what's it doing? It's just going to return home, scout in the proxy, keeping eyes on things. Okay, we do have a Void Ray out, which is pretty good for Mana, but this is all exposed up here. He's going to lose a lot of production in terms of gate production. Void Ray does have Prismatic alignment enabled. And doesn't really get anything done. 1 pylon's down. It looks like a gate's about to fall. And the other is in a lot of trouble. I wouldn't hate to see a couple of units warped in, but he's going into an Immortal. 2nd Void Ray coming out. More shield batteries coming. Mana has to be careful not to lose his Void Ray. It's 1 gate production with a Stargate and a Robo. So it's going to be Void Rays and Immortals, but obviously Force Fields aren't going to help against the Void Rays, but we do have a lot of shield batteries, and that said, as they're just in range, he will have battery overcharge potential with the forward-facing one as well. Okay, I don't hate the Zealot coming in too, but he did lose... Okay, he didn't lose his core. He's going to lose this other gateway, though. And that makes it a little rougher, but enough Void Rays and Immortals with shield batteries, he should be okay. Oh no! That said, he almost loses this Void Ray. That was a bit of an overextension from Mana. Please tell me we don't see another really fast 2-0. And that would be a huge upset for poor Mana. He's already feeling a little down now. Oh my goodness. This could be something. This could be something. Another Immortal in production for Liquid Mana. He only has 2 at this point. Yeah, it's only 1 for Exo Striker, who's gone into Blink, though. Blink is going to be huge against this. He can just snipe stuff. What was just sniped? Well, like a Stalker. Okay, we do have an Immortal, or sorry, a Warp Prism coming out from Mr. Exo Striker. Being annoying against the probes. It's a 1 base solid. Charge follow-up from Exo Striker. Hello. On 1 base economy, the Oracle trying to be annoying. Oh! Exo Striker's taking a ninja base. That's not a bad idea. But Charge is going to be... If he gets another base up too, Charge is going to be difficult for Mana to deal with. We're on like a Wings of Liberty kind of pace in terms of bases, but not in terms of units. What up, Slug? How you doing? Played a 30-minute game. It was exhausting. Well, this is exhausting right here. Looking at how Mana has to claw his way back up. He knew he's getting 3-8 roboed. Couldn't find the proxy. The Adepts are making their way in. Oh, no. And the Sim City's going to work against... No? Not for the moment. But the Charge is going to be a rough follow-up for Mana. Yeah, he has 1 sentry. I wouldn't hate some stasis wards. Truthfully, yeah, now there's a ninja base that Mana is not aware of. So, this is looking really rough. But I really wouldn't hate some defensive stasis wards on the high ground. He doesn't know that Blink's available just yet. But that's a damn lot of stalkers. Ooh, nice Warp Prism control from Mana. Oracle is going to make the army chase it down. Blink is revealed, though. After the rev tag hits the army, the Oracle snipe And yeah, more immortals coming out. And there are a decent number of adepts. Well, a couple adepts and a couple zealots. I think a couple zealots. Charge is finished for Exo Striker, and this base is going to finish as well. He's going to recall some probes, I'm sure of it, as they'll start mining out. Mana's actually really mined out of his base because he hasn't had any lost mining time. This is going to be a tough as hell hold or break point for Mana. And now his opponent's on 2 bases. Mana's getting another Void Ray. Army supply in favor of Mana, but the charge lots are going to make this difficult. Some more adepts probably be pretty good. Oh no, the force fields segmenting off an immortal for Mana. The blink is going to help, and damage Void Ray is targeted. Eats some shield damage, but that would have been dead. Okay, now Exo Striker's just going to retreat. The Nexus is done. He's not actually going to... Okay, now he's just going to manually send the probes over. And there's some more reinforcing stalkers. Mana needs to find something fast. He's like a plant that's like... just fueling for water. The Adept scouts this. And Mana is trying to push out across the map. He is so mined out. He needs to get a Nexus of his own as well. Exo Striker just started mining on that other base as well. So this could go pretty wild. Ooh, is this Warp Prism going to be scouted? I do like this Adept drop. This could actually be really good for Mana if he scouts this Ninja base. Very rare that we see Exo Striker expand. Yeah, he took... Well, he did more than a probe out. He's going to get some damage with the Adepts. He's just going to take his natural now as he broke the siege a bit. But there's Disruptors coming from... Oh my god, Exo Striker's even going into Disruptors on low income. But he just now got his natural... Or his second base, I would say natural, but... And, yeah. Observer is going to scout this army. And it's quite the scary army. There's not much to contend with that Disruptor. There's no Blink, there's no Twilight. There is a lot of Void Rays. 4 workers falling down at the Ninja base. Zealots are... That's the problem. Charges in. Charge, Disruptors. A Phoenix coming out from Mana. Phoenix is a good call because of the Disruptor. Oh, it gets target fired down with Prismatic, but you know what? That did so much damage to the Immortals. And it's another... Oh, that's another dead Immortal. Mana's in a tough hole now. Wait, what happened to Mana's Warp Prism? Is it chilling with the army? I can't tell with everything all clumped up here. Void Ray's trying to get the Warp Prism, do get it, but they're really in a lot of trouble. That's a lot of Stalkers. Disruptor cleans up an Immortal. Oh my god, did Exo Striker do it? He's chill. He is climbing in. GG and Exo Striker 2-0's Mana. Oh man. 3-gating his Robo and his way to victory. Oh my god, where's Thorn? I have to message Thorn about that. Oh, mamma mia. What a banger. Another short series. We're on our final series for the OSC Mid Season Playoff number 2. We're on to Trigger. We're on Forge Umi versus Trigger. Man. Oh, man. These have been some quick bangers. Mamma mia. Quick bangers of games all along. Let us go into game number 8. It's Forge Umi versus Trigger. Game numero uno. Our last series of the playoffs. But man, these guys have been rattling them off. We've had a lot of 2-0s and a lot of upsets. Well, not a lot of upsets. Actually, it was pretty one-sided in a lot of cases. But that was a huge upset. Exo Striker coming in hot. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, representing Basilisk Gaming. It is Trigger in the blue. And his opponent in the upper left, representing Berserker. It is Forjumi, who I think is shopping around for teams. Jumi the meme lord. Oh, it looks like he's going for something cheeky. We are certainly seeing some kind of cannon rush out of Forjumicus. By the way, guys, I don't know if you saw Trigger versus Estrella, but that was a Game 5 series earlier. And if you don't want a spoiler, it was damn good. That's all I'm going to tell you. It was damn good and damn close. Forjumi is going for a cannon rush. Kind of a cheeky little way. Very weird way. Trigger's like, ah, really, Jumi? Doesn't have a probe out on the map yet. Forjumi's going to get a low ground. And is he going to cancel the pylon at the last second? He is. Decent response from Trigger, but Forjumi, is he going to drop? I'm surprised he didn't drop a gateway or something up top. Oh, he's going to drop a pylon for high ground. Zealot's going to be out. These cannons are coming. Forjumi's pulling, getting Trigger to pull all these probes, chasing them down. But these are some injured probes. Cannon's going to finish. Trigger's a little disjointed, and he's lost. Oh my god! Does Forjumi just do it? It's only one photon cannon, though. He's going to try to get these high ground ones up. Look at this placement. Trigger's got 6 workers. Oh, he did kill one probe. Oh my god, Forjumi might lose this probe. He's sending another one behind it. Look at this micro. Oh no, is Trigger going to go down to a cannon rush? Oh man, Trigger's losing probes now. Forjumi even gets the last second cancel. Forjumi's got cannons galore. I think that is one dead gateway chrono or not. That Stalker is not coming out. It's the only producing gateway from Trigger. I think Forjumi has cheesed his way in, and we might have another very quick game number 2. Or game number 1 of our last series. Holy shit. That was a 2-minute and 39-second game. The shortest one of the evening so far. Moving on to map number 2. Could be fast, could be slow. Could it take us to a game 3? It is another PvP. My god, we've had some like 3-minute ones, but that was sub 3 minutes. Kira versus Percival was very unlucky for Percival. He didn't SCV scout. We had Proxy Marauder take it for Kira, but this one actually was lower than that. Oh. Forjumi can be quite the good cheeky cannon rusher. But I think he tips his hat sometimes from how he opens. He always is a funny kid and how he's on here. And I think Trigger and him get along pretty good. Anyway, down a point, but not out. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Stargazers. Can he come back? It is Basilisk Gaming's Trigger in the blue. And his opponent in the upper left, representing Berserker Esports. It is Forjumi in the red. What are you on about? Cannon rushing is something you do. And tournaments too, it's definitely a good strategy to bring out from time to time. In fact, I wish we saw more of it in tournaments. When you're in tournaments, it's always good to bring out the cheese. Especially if you're playing against, like, say you're nervous about, or you're like, the best times are when you're like a predictable macro player, and then on the sidelines you've been practicing. Zest, not the most notorious cheeser in the past, but he even brought out some cannon rushes sometimes, or Proxy Void Ray, and it's won him tournaments out of nowhere, and he's definitely not known as the cheesiest player. but it also makes things interesting. But this time, it's amazing how quick the games have been in a, you know, rather larger money tournament. Hey, thanks for the fellow Jed, 961. Do appreciate it. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. We do have a nice scout from for Jumi. It is not going to be cheesy one and trigger too. For Jumi dropping a pylon here to scout for an oracle potential. Anything cheeky like that. From Trigger. I predict Trigger's just going to go into Blink, but we'll see. Trigger's been playing very standard, very... I don't know. Very methodical. For Jimmy, looks like he was doing something cheeky there. He's getting on. Yeah, he actually is. Is he going to build like a gate or Stargate there? Yeah, he's probably going to build a Stargate. Serving a double purpose. For Jimmy, going to be annoying with the probe here. Trigger setting up for an expand. The 2-gate expand play. Stalker Sentry opener. Probably going to go 2 Stalkers, 2 Sentries. We'll see. Ooh, big brain play. For Jimmy waits for the probe to go out and he drops a Robo. It's going to be a Robo opener from Ford Yumi. Trigger. Getting a Nexus. Dropping a battery. Ford Yumi, it looks like he is looking to be more aggressive. He could just take a Nexus. But we'll see. Setting up for... Oh, it's 3-gate Robo in base. Ford Yumi is looking like he's going to proxy after too. So he's doing in base 3-gate Robo, which... can have mixed results. Obviously, it's a little safer to keep your tech alive, but you'll see how it goes. Yeah. Trigger going into Blink. All right. That said, Blink is on the way. War Prism coming out, and yeah. Is going to be very aggressive from Ford Jimmy, but Trigger is in a pretty good defensive position. So we shall see what happens here. All right. Trigger getting a nice little pylon in the back to see if anything coming in the back, but there's going to be a full frontal assault from Ford Jumi. He's got his War Prism out. It's just pure Stalkers. Battery overcharge is activated. Boys are pulled, and there is a slow warping available for Ford Jumi. And he's getting an Observer out with this. Trigger's buying time for Blink, and he's producing nothing but warpins, and he's going to keep these probes out, his army units, for a bit. He kind of needs to, rather, because, yeah, it's a pretty heavy fight. Trigger is taking a tougher time fighting this, but you know what? He's got some warpins available. He's going to kill the War Prism, and I think with that said, that pretty much just seals the deal. He holds. There's a little bit of a warpin of 3 adepts from Ford Jumbi. Is a little bit of a Hail Mary. One of them does fall, and you know what? I think this is just going to be game. I think Trigger is held, and Ford Jimmy can't do much about it. The Adepts are going to make their way in the main base. Oh, I'm not going to be able to be walled off. That would have been one way to go about this. Adept's going to chase just one probe. Okay, it is going to find value, but GG is called, and Trigger takes us to game number 3. So it is now a match point and our last series of the evening. Here we go. I'm sure we're going to have a banger for the last one. It's our first 3-game series in a while, if not at all. All right, match point spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Cosmic Sapphire. Give it up for Basilisk Gaming's Trigger in the blue. And his opponent in the upper left, give it up for his red Protoss opponent from Berserker Esports. It's Forjumi, bringing us the memes. Trigger going for a low ground. This is a map that usually you don't do that. Like, literally, even Trigger told him, he's like, yeah, this is one you don't want to take a low ground 1 gate. Trigger may just do that. And, well, that said...
Get 961 says, rest in peace, Ventrilo.
Ventrilo? What do you mean? Ventrilo. Yeah, it looks like Trigger is just setting up for a 1-gate expand so far. Going for a scout. He's going to see if Forjumi's cannon rushing. Forjumi going for actually a pretty standard setup for this map with a 2-gate. It looks like we'll see what happens. But Forjumi coming in hot with the cannon rushes, etc. We shall see what happens. Little chisel away here. And, yeah. Little harassment task with the probe. And a scout. No, Forjumi's not scouting. He's just being cheeky. Metagame pylons in his third on triangle. Trigger is scouting this out for now, but we'll see if he notices what's going on. Forjumi's certainly going to cheese. We know he's going to cheese. But that's just a metagame proxy pylon for the moment. He may just take an expansion. Just doing that alone, proxying your second pylon can drive your opponent nuts and make them think you're getting cheesed when it's absolutely just a standard macro game. So maybe we will see a 2-gate expand versus a 1-gate expand. Forjumi hasn't really gotten any vision. Okay, he's going into 2 stalkers. Got a 3rd pylon back at home. Actually looking pretty normal at the moment, setting up for an adept, but we don't see any other probe on the map. Forjumi could do something 1 base aggression again. We'll see. Double adept follow-up for Forjumi is a little interesting, but there's going to be a Stargate opener from Trigger. Very standard 1-gate expand. Playing economically and trying to find some damage. Trigger poke. Oh, actually, Forjumi does find the 1 adept. The 1 adept's just going to scout for an expand. Forjumi actually building some more. He is going to drop an expand. So Forjumi is just now going to find out that his opponent is 1-gate expanded. So that puts Trigger at a pretty good advantage here. May force Forjumi to be a little too aggressive. We'll see. Adept versus adept. Trigger does get his adept out. Does see that Forjumi is just expanding, so it's nothing too crazy. Void Ray coming from Trigger. Interestingly enough, he thinks he's being aggressed a little more, but he kind of is. It's going to be a Twilight from Forjumi. It's 2-gate to 1-gate, but Trigger's response is a Void Ray. It's just a little bit of pressure, though. It's very light pressure from Forjumi. Does have an adept. The other one, I believe, is out defensively, so just 1 adept across the map. Void Ray and 2 stalkers going to clean this up. Might get a kill or 2. Nah, that's a dead adept. 1 of Forjumi's adepts does go down. 2 stalkers out on the map. Trigger going into an Oracle. Blink. Follow up for Forjumi. Warp Gate just finishing up for Trigger. 2 more gates going down. And Trigger's adept just now is going to go down pretty shortly, but... Ooh. Very unlucky. If he just moved it forward a little bit, it would have finished its shade. That said, Trigger is ahead on workers. It's kind of normalizing on as far as workers go in for now, but Oracle is out. Forjumi does have some defensive stalkers. And defensive sentries too. It's a pretty standard game. Trigger going for double gas though. That's not so standard. Going into a Robo Bay and a Twilight. Forjumi going for a 3rd. Oracle is deflected. Get some information. Sees that Forjumi's going for a 3rd, so he could actually shift to being the aggressor. Forjumi going with the hallucinated Phoenix. scout this out. Void Ray intercepts. Trigger going to take a third base of his own. Yeah, Trigger's a chat of macro, but 4 Joomies is done a little earlier. Oracle going to try to find some vision, but 4 Joomies just got too much defense. That one Oracle's not going to do too much. Trigger's just going to tech out of this, take his time. He's going to use that economic advantage he had for a little while to sit through it. Even though 4 Joomie's going to have his Nexus a little faster at his third. I think Trigger's a good spot. I think that was a misclick on the prismatic alignment. 4 Joomie dropping a proxy pylon. Going to be aggressive still. Yeah, he's taking his Zelnaga and dropping a proxy gate. We shall see how this goes. He does have Blink. Trigger with a nice stasis ward here defensively. Yeah, 4 Joomie's going to push across with a big Blink Stalker kind of play. Trigger does have Blink coming of his own. And is going into a Forge, kind of setting up just very macro format. 4 Joomie's going to have an extra gate in this, though. But Trigger does have a halfway decent army supply. Got the Void Ray defensively, too. That Prismatic may... No, it's off cooldown now. Oh, the Stasis Ward is huge for Trigger, though. That is a massively great connecting Stasis Ward. Trigger could actually take this fight. He can get right on top of the rest of the army. Oh, Force Field saves the day. Is going to buy 4 Joomie a little bit of time. Because that could have been pick off of a lot of other units, and then the Stalkers immediately could have went down. Beautiful Blink forward. 4 Joomie's going to target fire. The battery overcharge probes are pulled. Void Ray goes down. Trigger now has Blink too. Trigger actually went in this fight pretty decisively. And he is ahead on workers. Went ahead. Now, 4 Joomie is going to have a lot of reinforcements here. Trigger's still leading the army supply. He's going into Immortal's charge and +1 behind it. Very good stuff. And yeah. Two Adept's going to come in from 4 Joomie trying to get some pressure on Trigger, but Trigger had 10 workers, 11 workers, 10 army supply. He's going into +1 way faster than 4 Joomie, though 4 Joomie could chrono his out. Man, it's going to be a Mortal Archon charge lot from Trigger. And these 2 Adepts, though, from 4 Joomie are going to get some good value. Oh, forcing all the Stalkers away from him and allowing the shield battery to be picked off. Trigger could actually chase this army down, but he does need to take care of the Adepts. Warpin will take care of it. Charge is a ways away, but these slow zealots actually going to do the work against 4 Joomie. Trigger's just being patient. He lost 7 workers. Still ahead significantly on army supply, but 4 Joomie's caught up, taking a 4th base behind us. But we'll see how this fight goes on. Trigger does have the bigger army again. Better quality army. He's going to warp in some high Templar. Does he make them into Archons? Well, Trigger, it does have that +1 advantage for a little bit longer during this fight and better units. We're going to have Archons coming out. Trigger loses the Warp Prism, but it's a Mortal Archon charge lot. Charge is finishing up for Trigger here shortly. He's going to be able to just push this away. 4 Joomie's army supply, 16 to 50. Proxy is destroyed momentarily as Trigger marches across the map. That extra base 4 Joomie took out, well, it's not going to matter now. 4 gates about to come online for 4 Joomie, but Trigger's already at his front door, and a small paltry force of Stalkers in there. GD is called, and Trigger wins the last series of the evening. Thank you guys very much. I'm still going to be here. That was the last match. Very well played. Now we are going to switch over to ladder. And I'm going to take a little break ski between. Very well played by Trigger. A lot of bangers tonight. So that said, we're going to go in a regular Dave. You guys are going to see a little bit of a black screen as the scene switches over. I'm going to take a little bit of a break between, though. How you doing, Days? Thanks for the follow again, Jed. I'm not done yet. We're going to get into ladder mode. Let me put some music on. All right.